We love you, Rob. Sorry you're not here.
Yep. And as Rob would always say, check out our Linktree, check out all the stuff.
Linktree.
We got all kinds of stuff going on. Hey, Anastasia, how's it going?
What? Who? Huh?
One of our
Anastasia, one of our loyal followers.
Yep.
I think Anastasia was mentioned in a Rolling Stone song. Please allow me. Oh wait, copyright. Never mind.
Yeah, you can sing it.
You can sing it, we just can't play their actual album.
Well, see, that's how good of a mimic I am. I could sing it so well. You would be all but undistinguishable. I can't even finish it.
Yeah.
Sing that tune in one note.
Ah,
There we go.
Very good.
I can name that tune in no notes.
No
notes.
Name that fucking tune. Mac the Knife. Son of a bitch, he's right. God damn it.
That's really good. All right. So yes, we are missing some players
You're right
tonight.
down there, so.
Rob is not here. She is, I believe, in Missouri. Is that right? Yep. He's in Missouri right now, and he has no access to phoning in.
On purpose?
Yeah. Yeah.
So I guess.
And then Brad has not made a character for Necessary Evil, so he is taking this time to work on some other stuff, probably for the next game he's planning on running, which may be Tales from the Loop. But tonight we have a very small crew, and we have a game that we started a while back, a long while back, for just a small group for just this contingency. So we are going to continue it, and Doug is going to sit in and join us for this one. This will be a one-night shot module. The story, if we pick it up again, will be ongoing, but tonight we're just playing this because we have a chance.
Which character did Doug pick?
Well, I had a character that I made that I never introduced to the group.
Oh.
And I forgot about it. So he is going to be playing that character. So the game we are playing tonight is called Necessary Evil. It is part of the Savage Worlds setting. I got a book for that too. Savage Worlds was put out by Pinnacle Entertainment. We call it Deadlands Light because that's basically what it is. You still play with cards and dice, but it's really simple, really easy to go. Necessary Evil is well, I'll just read the back of the book because that's the best succinct setting there is.
Say that 3 times quick.
Yeah, no, I'm not going to. When the superheroes of the world are blown to Kingdom Come by an unstoppable army of invading aliens, who will save the day? Evil. The only forces left to take on the alien menace are the crafty and self-serving supervillains. So it's a supers game. Yes, there's an invading race that attack the Earth. They are the Catharans. They're like big shark-looking critters. They attack the planet. The superheroes band together to fight them, and it's a pitch battle. And pretty soon, a second alien race, the Vasori, come in and pretty much tell the superheroes, we're after these Catharan. We'll team up and help you run them off, which they do. So the Catharan leave. There's much rejoicing. The superheroes of the world basically invite the Vasori to celebrate as their new friends. So they gather in all the major cities across the world. The Vasari show up and blow the living hell out of them. Find their weaknesses, kill all the superheroes in just one massive stroke.
Oh.
And then they basically take over, and the Catharan, who are their servants, come back. So they've tricked the superheroes.
So it's the old bait and switch.
Yep, and they've installed themselves as taking over the planet, running things, running the governments.
Clever twist on using us as food.
Yeah, it kind of reminds me of They Live.
I'm sure that's coming.
So,
What?
how to serve man. But the only ones left to protect the humans are the supervillains. Not that they normally would, but if you think about it, the supervillains, when the superheroes blew up, I'm sure all the supervillains in their lair were like, that was awesome. But then when the aliens took over, they're like, that's not so awesome.
Yeah.
If you think of it as Dr. Doom, he's like, now wait a minute, I'm supposed to take over the world, not you. So he's all ticked off. If you think of it in terms of the Joker, like Luthor, I'm supposed to own Metropolis, not you. The Joker's like, I'm supposed to kill Batman, not you. So all the supervillains have basically not really risen up because they are crafty and self-serving, and they've always been good at that. They have been running like a guerrilla warfare against the Vasori for a while. The Vasori,
But gorillas don't fight very well.
no, Gorilla Grodd might.
But the size of that poo is a real.
Fair. Just a big
So-
old lump of shit.
The villains have been running this guerrilla warfare, and the Visori are kind of thrown off because they were used to, if you threaten a city, the superhero is going to be like, I will sacrifice myself for the city, and they could use that against the superhero. The villains are like, we'll destroy the city, and the superhero's like, I was going to do that anyway.
Thanks.
So the Visori are
Hey,
like,
give me a sec.
yeah, it's like,
All right, go.
yeah, he's like,
Got the popcorn. Show me what you got, Slick.
So they have been hunting some of the superheroes and capturing them and putting them in maximum facility. Super villains, yes, and putting them in maximum security facilities, or just outright killing them if they can. So there is one particular supervillain, Dr. Destruction, this lovely gentleman on the cover of the book there. He is kind of like this world's, Lex Luthor meets Doctor Doom, meets even Darkseid to a point, and even a little bit of Batman thrown in. So he has kind of taken it to rounding up as many supervillains as he can, saving them from the Visori and giving them a choice. You join me against the Visori, or I kill you. And he's created these Omega cells, is what he calls them, which are little teams of supervillains that he's saved and put them in different areas, different locales.
As opposed to the Omega 13.
Yeah, with the Omega Man. So basically, the Omega teams are kind of little satellite groups. They really don't know who the other Omega teams are. That way, there's not a lot of infighting, but some of the Omega cells don't always get along anyway. So he will send them out on various tasks. I've got this team doing that, this team doing that, this team doing this. He is kind of running the show from behind the scenes. He contacts you through vid screens or texts and all this stuff. Personal communicators.
Oh,
And if
hold on.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Dr. Destruction just said I'm a dweeb. That's
Dude.
And it-
What's the new D&D rule? Vicious mockery. Man, come on.
and if you disobey his orders,
Well,
if it's the whole Omega cell, he'll have several Omega cells descend upon you to wipe you out of the equation there.
lovely.
So for
So
the
what you're
most part,
saying is that's not a good idea.
no. So for the most part, Dr. Destruction has been able to kind of keep control of his Omega cells, at least send them on missions, and he is trying to wage this war on the Visari, which most of the supervillains are like, yeah, I kind of like a piece of that too. So that's where we stand as far as the history of the world. You guys, your Omega cell is made up of several characters, your characters as well as several NPCs. So this takes place in a place called Star City, which is kind of on the eastern seaboard. The city itself is kind of in the shape of a star. It's an island just off the coast. So if you can see that, if you guys want to pass it around, I'll let you pass it around. To give you an idea, some of the areas are like, one part's the business district, and then you've got the slums and warehouse district and all that. It's all divided up. You guys are in Star City, and you have been held up in the warehouse
Which is an
district.
island.
Yeah, warehouse
North
district.
Point and South Point. Very creative.
Yeah, pretty much.
There you
And
go.
you guys have been operating with a group. The first story we ran, and we've only done a couple of these, so it should be pretty easy to recap. You guys, as well as your Omega cell, with the exception of Doug's character and Mike's character,
Don't work very well as racers.
now, you guys were basically captured by the Visori at the very beginning, put in power dampening manacles, and you were being transported to a maximum security facility. The convoy of Catharin and Visori who were escorting you to this facility were hit by something. Your transport tipped over on its side. There was a lot of noise outside, a lot of explosions and all this stuff. Next thing you know, the transport you're on rips open, and Dr. Destruction is hovering there in his rocket boots, and he's kind of like, well, come with me. Gets you on his little skiff, flies you up in the air, keeps the power dampeners on you, and says, you have a choice. You can join me in this war, or you don't. And you're left to your own fate. And at that point, he pulled out the rug from under you, essentially, and dropped you from this skiff way up in the sky. And in your little personal communicators that he basically implanted in each of your ears, like an earbud, he's like, I'm going to count to 5. You choose. If you want to fight with me, let me know, and I'll release your power cuffs. If you don't, I'm just going to let you fall. And pretty much you all decided, yes, I'm going to help. And before you hit the ground, the power couplers deactivated. He sent down little hovering discs to catch the ones who could not fly, because he's read up on all your files. He basically knows everything there is to know kind of about you, your weaknesses and stuff like that. Then he said, you're going to prison anyway, technically, because I need to break somebody out of prison. So he sent you in to break out this guy named Mindwipe, who was captured by the Missouri. And while you were in there...
Good thing his name doesn't start with a B.
Yeah. Yeah.
Does in my head. Butt wipe.
So you guys went into the facility, took on a bunch of guards, fought a lot of the guards were drones, but you fought a bunch of them and some Visari, even a Catharan or 2, I think. You found Mindwipe in this holding cell, and in there was also like 7 other mutants or villains or something. They all had odd things about them, either skin tones or something. There was a girl that had like blue spots all over her skin. She looked Latino. Her name was Valerie Ramirez, and she begged you to let her go, and you wouldn't regret it if you did. And you guys decided, well, we're here for Mindwipe, but why don't we let them all go, and they can help us get out of here. So that's what you did. You released everybody. Everybody kind of pitched in. A couple of them actually died, especially the ones that were just normal mutants, apparently. Didn't really have superpowers. You did get Mindwipe out of there. When you returned, you turned him over to Dr. Destruction, who said, thank you very much. I'm taking him with me. Valerie Ramirez, no interest to anybody, so she actually just bolted back to wherever she was. She's like, I won't forget this. You're like, okay, thanks for that.
Foreshadowing.
Yeah.
633.
So you guys went back. You guys.
And there was the teenager that could actually morph into a quasi spider.
Yes, you met her in the prison too. So the characters in your Omega cell that you were set up with after that were the NPCs are Viper. He is kind of an evil Superman, like Christopher Reeves from Superman 2. He drinks, he does whatever he wants. He also has the attitude of Snake Plissken. So
Thought you were dead.
yeah. He's pretty much a jerk. His catchphrase is "screw you."
Nice.
Yeah. There's also Suprema. She is kind of Superwoman from the Crime Syndicate of DC Comics. And they're also
Not her.
a little bit of Wonder Woman in there, but twisted. Her catchphrase is, "Can you handle this, little boy?" Didn't think so. She is very voluptuous, very attractive, and she uses that to her ability. For example, toughness. Most of you have a toughness stat. Viper's toughness is 10. Hers is 12. She can basically take a tank round to the boot.
Shit. So, like, slap her across the tits and say, hey, sweetie, make me a sandwich would be a bad idea.
Because she will slap you across the room through a wall.
You know
and
what?
then probably ask you for a date.
I
Because
think
you
I
had the
could-
guts to do it.
I think I could probably take that hit. You know, I might have to risk it one of these days.
Another villain is named Third Reich. Helmut von Rockguard. He is a
course he is.
scientist. He is kind of essentially Doctor Doom mixed with Red Skull. His whole thing is he is a mechanical genius. He is ageless, and his whole thing is when this is all over, he just wants Germany back. He just wants Germany. That's all he's asking.
helmet.
Yeah. Another one is GAT. G-A-T. It's an anagram, and I don't have written down what it is, but he's like War Machine from Iron Man and a gangbanger. Basically, he was a gang member who came across this suit, and it encompasses him. It buried itself into his nervous system.
It's like the Geiger.
Yeah, and
Okay.
he can't take it off. So now he just uses it. His catchphrase. Back the F up before I shove a rocket in your ass. So he's kind of harsh, just a gangbang mentality, but now he's got this suit with all this firepower. So he's like, yeah, all right, bring it. He has a major authority problem, just so you know.
Really?
Yeah. There's also a super thief, Cassie Sakubi. Her nickname is Supernova Cyanide. She can actually infect people with poison.
Nice.
She's also attractive, but she's heartless, greedy, curious, and overconfident. She's a thief, but she dresses very anime style. So she's got like the mini skirt, chewing the bubble gum, pigtails, that kind of thing. Yep.
I don't know what you want me to say. You want me to...
The one you met in prison is Liz Forsyth. Her nickname is Arachnia. She is a mutant spider girl. She looks like your angsty teen with the hood up, like the angsty emo teen. When she gets mad, the pincers extend out of her mouth. Her eyes go pitch black, and ones on her forehead start to open up. And she actually gets an extra set of spider-like limbs, and she can climb walls, spin webs, all that stuff. She is also
Great.
a blood drinker.
Sullen.
Just so you know, she has vampirism. And another one is Mr. Murder. He doesn't really talk to you guys too much.
Why?
He may be death incarnate. Nobody knows. He's influenced by, if you ever saw the movie Desperado with Antonio Banderas, when they talk about he's got the long hair, wears the suit. Whenever he walks into the light, you never see his face. That's kind of this guy.
So like Kaiser Soze a little bit too.
Yeah, a little bit. And he is bloodthirsty, mean, vengeful. He has a souped up muscle car, black, and lots of weapons. So he's kind of like
Overkill.
a John Woo version of the Punisher.
There you go.
And the last one in your group is Speed Demon. He is a cross between Flash and Ghost Rider. He's this little skeletal dude in leathers, but he runs super fast. His skull is actually demonic and on fire, so it's got extended with fangs and horns. And whenever he runs, he leaves a trail of
Does
fire.
it get like streamlined as he runs?
Yeah. And no, it's actually already streamlined.
Oh, nice. Okay.
His
I want
catchphrase.
to trade. I wanted that one.
His catchphrase is, "We ferrymen are the messengers of hell. Call me errand boy again, and I'll give your mom a special message next time I'm down there." He's
You'll
kind
need
of
a shovel.
he's kind of an in-your-face punk rocker dude who's kind of hyped up on speed.
Oh, God.
So,
What is going on with these guys?
so that is your Omega Cell, including you guys.
Yeah.
So, for those of you who have a character, like Wade and Dennis, you were the first two to join this Omega Cell. Why don't you go ahead and describe your character?
Go ahead, Dennis.
Okay. I am Commander Chaos. I was previously a university smart professor intent on proving my theory of being able to do the wormhole technology, and in my successful but devastating experiment, I had gained access to another world's war vault, who they had done the Vulcan thing and put away all their animosity and evil conquest things. But knowing that the universe was not a nice place, they didn't destroy them, they just put them away in safe vaults all over their world, and my machine gave me access into one of their vaults, and the first thing I saw was a blue trench coat, and my character has a whole thing about blue, and so I'd seen an Atlantean and said, "Hello, nurse," because they're blue too. But before I could do much of an inventory or look-see at the war vault, having put the jacket on, my machine started malfunctioning, and I had to skedaddle back through before I got trapped there, and it basically blew up, leveling the entire lab building. Fortunately, nobody was hurt, but I was able to walk out of it unscathed, not realizing at the time, but thanks to my suit. The trench coat is, unbeknownst to me yet at this time, a symbiote, and it was basically a spy tech device meant to bond mentally with its wearer, as a canine dog would with its master. And because I'm not of their alien makeup, I am not immediately accessible to it, but I do have a deficit against mental attack, and so it is slowly been able to make sense of my brain waves. And when I am really needing something and concentrating and wanting something, it still has a very pinpoint wormhole connection back to that thing and can grab something out of that, and it appears in my pocket. I actually haven't figured this out yet, how this happens, but I've come across a couple of things.
I was thinking of Matt when you reach into your pocket and you pull out this Zuka, and I was like, where'd you get that? I don't know. I'm going to use it, though.
So,
Okay.
All right. Well, my character is Cat Burglar. He's a
yep.
combination of, well, his main ability, I think, that everybody has seen at this point is the teleporting, basically Nightcrawler.
Yeah.
But he also has a set of claws. They're actually a device that lets him fight kind of like Wolverine. He doesn't have the toughness of Wolverine, but he basically in the fight against the gangbangers that we had, he was teleporting up on top of a light pole and then down into the fight, smacking people, and then back up on top of the light pole to where nobody knew that he was up there.
Yeah.
Especially since the light was on, he was hiding behind the light.
Yeah. Yeah.
I remember that now. But he was originally a cat burglar. He liked to steal things, so he would use his powers to sneak in and steal. So there's a little bit of a rivalry going on between the other thief that's in the group. So
Supernova Cyanide.
yeah.
Now, didn't he have something about his dress? Wasn't he just like, was he just dressed all in black, or did he have something else like quirky about his costume? I don't remember.
I don't remember either. I don't have anything. I didn't have anything really written down on that.
Okay.
I think it was just pretty much all in black.
Okay. I couldn't remember.
The Johnny Cash uniform.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bam, 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 bam,
Right.
bam,
And speaking of that gangbanger thing, after you saved Mind Wipe and all that, Dr. Destruction gave you a new task. He told you to go to this one abandoned factory, and inside there was a supervillain named Terran who had a lab down below in the sewers, and he had a power relay that once it's been separated, it's been lost, he found it. If you guys can get this power relay and take it down below into the sewers through like the drainage ducts or something, you should be able to find Terran's lab down there. And he's got power relays. You can hook up this generator thing to these power relays, and he can ping these things that he needs, which are like almost like teleportation tubes, like boom tubes. And they're all over, and he doesn't know where any of them are. But if he can hook up that computer, he can ping them and find out where the nearest ones are. That would be a big help with the Visari, because it's kind of like you'd all be able to just where you need to be.
See, but I've seen this movie. It didn't end well for Jeff Goldblum.
Yes. Just don't get in there with a fly, you'll be fine.
Yes. But what you're not thinking about is chaos theory and the fact I could be in a sixth movie.
Did you ever watch The World According to Jeff Goldblum? That show is hilarious.
Yeah.
So anyway, you guys went to steal some vehicles because you didn't have any vehicles, and Viper basically told you, "I'm not carrying that thing all over town. Let's get a car and put it in there. That way we don't. It's going to draw attention if I'm flying around with a giant generator, 400-pound generator on my shoulder. So let's do this quiet." So you guys went to a parking lot where you had seen some vehicles. You were going to steal them.
Impound lot.
Yeah, it was an impound lot. And there was a big box truck there. There was like an ambulance there. And I think there was another big, like a bread truck or something that you guys were looking at.
Ambulance, that's low profile.
Yeah. But when you got there happened to be a turf war going on between two gangs.
Okay.
And you guys got kind of stuck in the middle because you were there, well, let's take these. And all of a sudden, these two gangs converge here. And like, what the hell are you doing here? And one thing led to another, and you guys got involved in the turf war. And unfortunately, the gangs were fighting each other, and then they saw you, or as they were starting to fight each other, you guys kind of got in the middle of it, so they were all fighting you too. So you guys were taking on two gangs, and I know you almost recruited one of them, and like almost had him convinced to leave the gang life and join you guys, and he was like, dude, I don't know.
We've got a dental plan.
We have cookies.
And a dental plan.
So eventually,
That many cookies.
I'd say half of each gang, maybe a little over
remove
half,
them.
are
That's it.
basically chunks of meat in the parking lot now. The other third of each gang bolted. That guy kind of like, look, if I see you again, don't kill me. Maybe I can help you out, but I'm not joining up just yet. Bing, he left. So you guys took the vehicles you wanted. I think you settled on the big box truck for the generator. I don't know if anybody else wanted a
Always
vehicle.
look for the box trucks.
Yeah.
Man,
So
It's the round trucks we got.
telling you, ambulance, best way to keep low
That's
key.
true.
the bread truck would be.
Nobody questions an ambulance. Yeah, but what's a bread truck doing driving around at 3 a.m? That's
Deliveries.
Delivering bread,
That's
donuts
normal.
for breakfast.
Quite inconspicuous.
I used to deliver ice. No, they deliver from 5 a.m. till about 3 p.m. Not in 3 a.m.
Well, there is a Pinto. Take that.
Oh, yeah, I ain't stuck.
Pinto.
Although Viper thought about throwing it at people because it would probably.
There you go. You gotta throw it at first, though.
Yeah. So okay, so you took the big box truck.
from Top Secret.
I was going to get a Pinto and put the flame job from the back end.
Oh, been done. That's been done.
Yeah, I know. All right, so you stole the vehicles. You went on to this warehouse where this generator thing is supposed to be. It was a big, well, it's not even a warehouse. It's a big old abandoned factory.
Austin says he missed.
Yes.
He missed bloodbaths.
Yep. I played this with Austin and a couple other guys before this, and we ran through stories, and he had a big berserker barbarian who had I think his brains was a D4. He was dumb as a post. He could break through anything. He was
Hi,
fun.
Sue.
Hi, Mom.
Hi, Mom.
So you guys went to this old factory and found this generator, and it was kind of in a little bit of a maze of the offices. It had all fallen into disrepair. But as you came into this big open area where they pour out conveyors and all that stuff, there was this big kind of a trash heap. But in this trash heap, you saw what looked like a machine encased in a rusty cage-looking thing, but you could tell it was not normal. A little bit upon inspection, you found out that this is probably what you're looking for. Third Reich, who's a mechanical genius, is in here with you, and he's like, "Yep, this is it. This is what we need." I think so far it's you two, Suprema, Viper, and Third Reich came in. I think the rest of them were all waiting outside with the vehicles, if I remember.
We're trying to get him going.
Yeah, well, they got them going.
Yeah.
So, but they're outside waiting for you to give the key to pull the vehicles in or whatever we're doing. So, at least the box truck. I don't know if you took all the vehicles. I'll leave that up to you guys now.
I think we only got 2 running.
Yeah.
I think.
I think it was the box truck and maybe the bread truck. I think. So,
Damn, dude.
yeah.
Nobody questions an ambulance.
Pull over. Let's have a conversation.
Where are you going?
Such a hurry.
Jet Shred comic where he's grabbing the light bar and got both feet planted on a windshield of an ambulance, and he's like, "Pull over for speeding." You're like, "What?" But when you read the comic, they stole the ambulance.
Oh.
Okay, so you guys are inside, and when you were inside, you noticed this dog running around. This pretty big dog, like a mutt. You're like, okay, what's with the dog? The dog kind of skirted around you guys, and I can't remember exactly what triggered it, but at one point the dog shifted mechanically into a humanoid.
Oh, shit.
And that was Mike's character.
Dinobot.
So you can describe your character.
My character is known as the actor. Androtic.
You missed an opportunity there.
I did.
Master thespian.
Master thespian.
Like he couldn't think of all the words for it.
Yeah.
An anagram.
Yeah.
Master thespian.
Yeah. Master thespian. No M actor.
What?
Androidic counterfeit tactical operative replicator. So yeah,
Can't be any worse.
My creator was not great at anagrams.
Can't be any worse than Doctor Doom.
Yeah. Okay. Pretty much he's an android.
No shit.
Yeah. He was created to pretty much assist, if I remember right, it's been so long, but he was supposed to like help military and law enforcement destroy the Missouri. So he can't really attack them. He has program against it, but the Missouri came in and basically destroyed the lab, killed his creator, but he escaped because he can basically alter form and chameleon and construct. He's basically supposed to go in and subvert and find everything else, and you can actually mimic everything in a person. So he
More like intelligence gathering.
Yeah.
Rather than outright attacking.
Yeah, and it was eventually supposed to be just he could just mimic whoever he would need to go and find all the intelligence to come out, but he never got that program. So he's still very mechanical in thought and process. So his whole thing is like, well, we can destroy the human race if they destroy the Masari. His mission is to destroy the Masari, and as long as there's enough humans left to repopulate the Earth in time, my mission is successful. So it doesn't matter how many people kill, we just have to kill the Masari, and as long as there's enough people around. Yep, it's fine, except he can't attack police officers or military people of that sort of nature because he's supposed to assist them in taking the Masari, and that was part of the programming of the thing, but then they found out he was actually being rewritten to take them down, and that's why the Masari tried to destroy him. But he basically will absorb metals and everything else to booster his form and increase his mass. So basically he can shift into something, but then he basically turns into this big mechanoid pile of gears and struts and everything else. So he can like keep absorbing vehicles. Yeah. I'm a strut. I'm an actor.
So if I throw a 3-inch pipe 2 foot long, we know where that's gonna go.
Yep. But yep,
Okay.
that's him.
Okay.
Awesome.
And
Wait, what was your name again?
The cat burglar.
Pussy. Yeah, I said it. What are you gonna do?
Nothing. You'll find out. You'll find out.
Yeah. I don't think so.
He's also known as
your
Neck.
character has not been introduced yet.
No,
so
yet.
I will let you know when you come in, which will probably be very soon.
Aw, fine. I'll just sit here.
And if you want to keep being mean to these characters, they may not help.
What? Huh? Oh, sorry.
Okay, so when we last left off, you guys have found the generator. You were getting ready to take it. You just met Actor, found out kind of what his story was, and he's kind of agreed to help you out. What you need to do is get this generator loaded into a vehicle and find Taryn's lab, which is somewhere in the sewers. And near here, there is one of those big, like, drainage stations where they actually have the big tunnels that go down so they can drive the power equipment down into the sewers. So load this thing in the truck and get to that power station so you can drive into the sewers, but then you're not sure where to go after that. So that'll be up to you guys. So unless you guys have anything in particular you want to do in here, Viper and Third Reich will make sure all the connections are there. He's like, yeah, from what I can tell, this thing will work. All we have to do is power up this coupling with whatever relay Terran has in his base. So it's in working order. It's just turned off right now, and it won't turn on until we plug it in.
We must plug it in.
And he says there is an antenna here that telescopes up, and it shoots a beam. That's what the relay is. It shoots a beam to wherever the relay needs to ping off of. Like, if you are touching that, when it activates, you will be vaporized instantly.
Now, is he dead?
Who's that? Taryn?
Yeah.
Nobody knows.
Nobody
He's gone missing And he was a supervillain.
He was a villain.
He
okay.
was a villain.
what I
That's how
remember.
Dr. Destruction knows about his stuff, but he's never been there, so he doesn't know where it is. He's tasking you with it. But yeah, Taryn, as far as anyone knows, is gone. Nobody knows what happened to him.
Okay.
So you guys have the vehicles brought in and then loaded up, or it doesn't matter. Take it out. Okay, so you guys get it all loaded in the box truck. It actually is a pretty tight pit, but it gets right in there. And like, okay, well, let's go to the power station, I guess. So those of you who want to ride in the vehicles can ride in the vehicles. Those of you who are walking or teleporting can just teleport there.
Yes.
You can go ahead and teleport. Okay.
Oh yeah.
Because you pass the power station, they're like, that's how we get in. So you can teleport there. So it's only like a block away for you guys to drive, but you're going to be there instantly. When you
Well,
get,
standing here, they're going,
Actually, my range is only 24 inches, so I may have to make a couple of.
do the jumps.
Yeah.
just get on the truck.
That's 24 game inches on the board.
Yeah.
Oh,
So I don't know what that.
24 inches would be a ridiculous.
like our shadow walk the other night.
I can move 2 feet every pop.
The horse is still looking at me. You done yet, boss?
You coming? I'm getting
I'm
there.
coming there.
Yeah, so's Christmas. Let's go. Coming. You ain't even breathing her yet. Move.
Oh,
What are you having a moment over there about?
yeah. Can't believe it. Not butter.
Okay. Well, don't share with the rest of the class. We don't want to know what you're doing till later.
It is a light.
I said we don't want to know.
Okay. The height of the universe, and I'm
Yeah,
about to.
I'm not going to look it up. It's 24 inches. Gameplay is probably like, I don't know, 150 yards or something like that.
Yeah.
Something like that.
I mean, it's a
But you
fair
are-
distance,
yeah.
but it's not
Not
long
Yeah.
Not
distance.
2 blocks
so.
away.
couple jumps, you'll be there before
Yeah.
they get out of the parking lot. So
And since I do have wall walker to where I can stick to the wall,
yeah,
I'm actually going to be, going from like building wall, wall to wall,
okay,
not just along the ground.
gotcha. Okay.
Clean that off when you're done.
No.
Well, when you get to the power station, you kind of there's one of the big pipe that goes underground. There's a huge building over here that's obviously for a lot of pumping equipment, generators. And then there's a small building over here that looks kind of like a guard shack, more of an office than a guard shack, but it's just a small building.
Baby guard shack.
So you can
$2 money.
kind of attach yourself to up by the roof of that office.
Yeah.
As you kind of look around, go ahead and make a notice check.
Okay. What's the light level like? I mean, is it pretty well lit or not?
It's kind of like a parking lot at night with only like 1 or 2 street lights or security lights. So there are pools of shadow, but generally it's enough light you can spread out
Well,
and see them.
because I do have Activision, or dark vision, but I have to activate it. So would it help me to activate that right now?
Not right now.
Not right now. Okay.
But I will tell you where the big tunnel is. If you want to look in there, or
Yeah.
get closer and look in, that's where you might need your dark vision.
Okay.
Apparently, whatever security lights are there are not on.
Yeah.
But the parking lot itself is just a parking lot at night.
Yeah.
There's like 2 lamp posts. So
All right. So notice I have D6 and then the wild die, right?
yes, and all you need is a target number of 4. If you get an 8, you get a raise. There's no more than 1 raise.
Well, I got a 5.
Okay. So as you kind of look around, you don't really, it looks like an empty parking lot. There's no vehicles. Well, there might be an old van parked over by the power station,
Yeah.
but nobody's around. You don't see anybody. You do see probably a sign on the gate that you missed when you teleported past. And it actually has like no trespassing in English, and below that in Visori, their language,
Yeah.
it says something. So they've obviously taken over this as well. So you can guess that most of the human workers are probably not here.
Yeah.
You don't know if there's any Visari working. But you got a 5. As you look over toward the tunnel, You can kind of see the inside rim of the tunnel, but going deeper, you can't see anything. And you do see some graffiti. And one of the spray paints of graffiti, you can't see the whole thing, but you can easily tell it says "Die of a Sorry Scum." And it's kind of far enough back to where you wouldn't notice it right off the way, but since you're up above, you can kind of see it.
Yeah.
So it's like, oh, okay, well, somebody doesn't like him around here, which may be good.
Dum, dum, dum.
So after that, you've got probably a couple minutes before you can actually probably hear, because it's empty, you can probably hear vehicles coming this way.
Yeah.
The low rumble of a box truck and
Probably hear it better if
And the
it's the
ice cream.
siren of a frickin' ambulance.
what they didn't realize is the bread truck is
Let
actually
it
the ice
go.
cream truck, and somebody's turned on the little brown jug.
Oh,
the ice
little
cream
kitties, run! Oh, shit. Say he's ice cream.
Like Transformers, the two robots over the ice cream truck. Suck my popsicle. Graffiti on the side.
Was there anybody in the guard shack that I could tell?
Not that you could tell. No. It looks like it's dark in there. You don't see any movement. I mean, you could check it out, but like I said, there are no lights on anyway.
Yeah.
Could be somebody napping.
So yeah, I'll go ahead and check out the guard shack.
Okay.
There you go.
There is a window right there that you could probably easily open.
Well,
Even
actually,
if it can't be.
Hey, rude.
is it like just a flat roof?
Yeah.
So blink onto the roof
Okay.
and then hang down over the edge and look through the window.
Okay. Yeah, it's like a one-story office building. As you look in the window, you can tell there's computer monitor and some chairs in there, like little cubicles, but they're all off. It doesn't look like they have like layers of dust on them or anything, but kind of like, oh, it's an office building and they don't have a third shift, is what it looks like.
Okay.
If you kind of move around to some of the other windows on the other side, it's very similar layout.
Okay.
There is a lobby at the front. It looks like kind of a
So it's not an actual guard shack. It's
no.
just,
It's a guard shack, but it's an office. It's bigger. It's
Okay.
not just a little guard shack. But
yeah, I was just envisioning just like a actual like gatehouse type of thing.
No, it's a little bigger than that. But it's
Okay.
not much bigger. So it's got like, you think about the reception area is probably about as big as this basement. It's like there's double doors and then like a desk with maybe a couple doors that go to hallways. On one side, you can see what looks like 4 cubicles on this side and 4 cubicles on that side. And there's windows at the back, and it looks like there's a back door that is a hallway. And where there's a lack of windows, that's probably the bathrooms. That's all that's in here.
Yeah. Okay. But there isn't anybody in
No, you don't see anybody in there.
already.
You guys are basically driving down the block. It's pretty empty out here. This looks like an abandoned factory district for the most part. So trash on the streets and stuff like that. Graffiti on some of the walls.
The newspaper blows by.
Yeah. The dog runs off. As you guys pull up to the power station, the gates are open, so you can drive on in and park. Go ahead and everybody make a notice check. You as well, because when they pull in, the headlights kind of go past that tunnel. That's where you're aiming. So go ahead and make
Got
a
a
notice
4.
check. Got a 4. Okay. Because you're with them.
And somebody on TikTok.
Oh, hey.
I got a 3 and a 1 on the wild card. Though.
Let's go.
Okay, so you did not make
now.
Oh, damn.
Snake eyes. Okay, you don't see anything. In fact, as you're like, hey, there's a tunnel over there. The headlights hit one of those security mirrors for forklifts, and it bounces right back, and you're like, ah! So you're temporarily blinded, actually.
Classy.
So you roll your stat, because if it's
You
A
have
D6.
skill. No, you have skill notice.
yes,
Okay, what is it?
2 dots, so that's
So that's a D6.
D6, and you have a wild die.
A D6.
Three and one.
3 and a 1. So nope, you didn't make it.
Okay.
You're like, yay, my first car right.
This is yay, and I'm sitting on top. This is not working correctly. I have to figure my voice.
So as the headlights kind of pull up and they actually turn the headlights off, probably Third Reich is driving, so he just turns the headlights off. But before he does, you see what looks like movement not too far into the tunnel, like maybe 20 feet into the darkness. You see what looks like 2 humanoid figures, and one of them looks like the headlights reflect off like a visor or goggles or something, and they kind of back up real quick. So there is somebody in that tunnel. You can't make out who.
Okay, so the tunnel, how is it construct? I mean, where is it? Is it like the tunnel coming up out of the ground, like a pipe kind of?
Sort of. It. I'll use that.
Well, you gonna drop picture?
Nice. What?
Picture
Dale?
pages,
Can't
picture
draw?
pages. Go on and get your picture pages.
I didn't know there'd be maps. I got to put the vid camera up.
I didn't know they do maps either. It's going to be a square with a circle, so you might not have to worry.
Oh,
What?
It's
Wow.
a dirt map.
The dirt.
he's gonna,
I'm gonna. Whoa, we're all gonna be in a dirt.
he's gonna go all out with this one.
As long as we don't go on a dirt nap, then we're
Yeah,
fine.
yeah, not yet.
Of course, I can't roll like that.
Now, you do know about acing, the dice acing? When you roll, if you get the highest number on the die, you can re-roll and add to it.
Yeah.
Okay.
I knew that.
Okay.
I invented that voice.
Yeah.
Yeah. What?
Nothing. We got 3D
Holy
pictures.
no. What?
Yeah, we're going all out, so you get an idea.
It's really intense, folks. You at home, it would be amazing.
No.
Isomorphic sketching.
Reload. Oh yeah, it's just a box in a circle.
It was going to be, and then I'm like, wait a minute, I better do this so you can see what the heck is.
I'm gonna bounce this off his head. Here, watch it. Oh shit, I got Mike's the link.
He's all the way over there.
Jeez.
Okay.
So how did our YouTube get better? I don't know. It was a post made by for the Raconteur Society.
What what happened with your what now?
It says check out our YouTube. It got better.
No idea.
What aspect of it?
Who said that?
It was a post made on the Raconteur Society TikTok.
Oh.
Well, maybe
Okay.
maybe whatever little data book thick what?
Okay. So basically, oh, is it showing?
That's pretty good.
You got a little bit of shine. It's okay.
So did you have a stream on TikTok? You said, Mike.
I'm going to try next week.
Next week. Okay.
All right. So
Do
this
or do
is
not. There is no
right
try.
about it.
But the Jedi is Tatooine as well.
This is like looks like a big hill. And then there's this huge opening in the hill that has a road that you can tell it kind of goes in and starts to angle down right there.
So
This is a
like
parking lot.
like Cheyenne Mountain, basically.
Yeah, that's what.
Okay.
Or a big hobbit driveway.
What?
On the driveway.
Yeah, it's Hobbit lube and oil. What the hell? Okay. No, not like that. Rosie's not that busy.
Move it toward you.
Break up the whole thing.
Anyway.
Whoa. Yep. That's really good. Oh, it's the cord.
What's wrong with your cord? What happened? You
Move this.
There you go. Well,
Yeah, get the glare off of it.
And tilt that down.
You know, they make cameras that can pan and tilt, and you can remotely control them, and they only cost like $1,500 a piece. So
Oh,
you know,
yeah.
A little more.
pick up like 4 or 5 of them.
Mm-hmm.
That'll do.
That'll be eventually.
That'll do, pig. All right.
There you go.
So if you can't see that at home, it's some squares and circles. Anyway, this is the office building that you were on. So it's a 1-story at the front doors and then a couple windows here. This is the big power station. It's got a door here, and then there's like the real thin, narrow windows. Over here, there's more windows, and this is that old van that you see,
Yeah.
power van. This is your box truck and bread truck, and this is the gate that you drove in. And the gate does go around and kind of up behind the hill and all that stuff. So it is a gated in little area, but the gates are open, and they do the thing where they just slide to the side. So, but it is open. There is, just in case you really want to know,
I really want to know.
inquiring minds want to know.
Where's the antenna that will disintegrate us when we touch it? Or is that's in the truck?
Yeah,
It is here where you can put that pipe.
on top of
those are the 2 lampposts that are
know.
parking lot light.
I didn't give you any pipe because I'm not here right now.
Oh, I was imagining you had.
it's Martian flying machines hiding underneath the asphalt.
The movement that you saw, Cat Burglar, is back over here on this side.
Okay.
Oh, what's that?
There's movement that he saw back there when the headlights, and then Third Reich turned the headlights off. So they kind of went, they're in the shadows. You don't know if they moved back or if they're still there. But that's
All right. I'm going. What my reaction to that is going to be is I'm going to blink up to the rim above the tunnel up there,
Yeah.
and try and stealthily, using stealth, actually go ahead and look inside and activate my dark
Kind of like
vision.
lean over and look.
Yeah.
So you'd be upside down, essentially.
Can we do a steel check? I want to see him tumble off the top of that.
He is going to do a still check.
Awesome.
Skill check. So,
Well, it's a I'm guessing stealth skill, right?
yeah, it would be stealth, which is related to your agility anyway. So,
Yeah.
yeah, make a stealth check.
Okay. I'm at +2 on stealth because of my thief.
Yeah.
5.
5. Okay. Oh, and- all right. You kind of lean over and you see 3 people. They are humanoid,
Mm-hmm.
and they look like they're dressed in like a mishmash, sort of homemade body armor. Maybe like one guy has like skateboard knee pads and combat boots that are old, like you got them at a surplus store. Pair of jeans. He's wearing like the BMX like chest thing. It's
Right,
like
like
plastic
that
and
plate.
like a trench coat. And he has a baseball cap and a pair of like snowboarding goggles. But you also see that he does have a rifle, like just a hunting rifle. There's another guy there. He's wearing probably a leather jacket, and he's got spikes and chains on it, like a very punk rock thing. He's got the T-shirt that says "Die Yuppie Scum" on it, and he has like almost like military surplus pants. But you notice his belt is almost like a policeman's belt. It's got all the pouches and stuff, and it has the tactical holster. He's got a pistol in there, and he does have a revolver.
Right.
down. The third person is possibly female, and she looks like because she's smaller and a little bit slender.
Yeah.
The way she carries herself looks a little more agile. She's wearing like black, almost like not tight leather pants, but like motorcycle leather pants.
Yeah.
She has probably a leather jacket that's zipped up, but she has the umpire's thing in front of it, so it's got a lot of padding. She's also wearing what looks like a motorcycle helmet, and that big visor is probably what the headlights glanced off of.
Right.
She also has what looks like a hunting rifle, and she is looking directly at you. She rolled like an 18.
Yeah.
There's only one raise, but she's like, the other two guys are up against the wall. They're all kind of up against the wall, but the other two guys are like, man, who is it? I don't know. You can actually hear them. Like, I don't know. Who is it? I've never seen these guys. He's supposed to be down here.
I got something special.
Like, we ought to let Ramirez know. Yeah. All right. And they turn, look at the girl, and like, hey, why don't you, what? She's just, shut up. So, you guys in the vehicles, Third Reich's like, well, this must be the tunnel that we will be driving down. So,
And yes, I do have TikTok live on for my account.
oh, okay, cool.
So-
Hello, TikTok.
Hey, hey, all right.
So
Thank you, Wade. Thank you.
Thank you.
Quick pop.
Yeah.
So yeah, basically, you guys in the vehicles, Third Reich's like, oh, this must be where we're going. So I guess we drive down in the tunnel. Does anyone know where?
Row number 3, you're on lead.
It's fine
I'll
with
be
me.
right behind you.
Viper's like, where'd the thief go? Did he join us? Oh,
You went
it's
ahead.
Supreme's like,
You might be inside.
he
of
can-
actually, don't we have the?
you do have the communicators.
All right, I'm gonna pull back from over the lip
Yeah.
so that I'm not right there in view. And hey, there are a couple of there's a group of people down here already
Supreme's like, where?
in the tunnel. They kind of look like homeless gangsters.
Viper basically is like, got it. He opens the door and gets out of the bread truck. And he just kind of walks over and he's like, hey, you in the tunnel, stay where you are. And you see the headlights come back on because Third Reich's like, oh, click. And they're just standing there like, oh.
Headlight.
Yeah,
I will get out.
Lean back
Okay.
down as soon as once they're. Actually, I'm going to shift over and then look at the
Okay.
different spots. Just
It looks like the girl has already moved off into the darkness at a run. So when you look back down, you just see the two guys.
yeah.
You don't see her. And the two guys are like, whoa, because they see him get out. And he's like, stay where you are.
How far down are they? Like game distance?
You can teleport just past them.
Okay.
They're about from the front of the tunnel
3 inches.
to them is about half where you can teleport. So you can go to the other side.
12 inches.
All right, I'll go ahead and do that.
Okay, so you teleport down into the tunnel. Turn your dark vision on. Okay.
Yeah.
As you kind of get down there and look, make a notice check.
5.
5. Okay. You don't see her anywhere. Either she's past the limits or something, but you don't see her.
So I have chameleon. If I would turn into a cheetah, but I still only move my normal pace.
Yes.
Even though I would
You just get the
That would
look.
be-
not-
that
You
would
just get
that would be cheating.
Oh, thank you. Come on. But I can be Chester cheetah anyway.
Yeah, if you want. Yeah, the big sunglasses. And
Yeah, we can't do that. Chester. Before you go.
so who's getting out of the vehicles? You are,
Yep.
and Viper is.
I'm driving.
Yep, you're driving, and Third Reich is driving. Everybody else is going to stay in the vehicles for now, unless they're needed. Viper kind of walks up to him, his cape billowing in the headlights ominously. And as he walks up, he's like, don't even try to run. Just stay right there. And they're like, okay. And as he walks up. He's like,
I walk with behind him.
you walk with him. Okay.
We get a badass.
As just yourself?
Yes.
Okay. And they're kind of like, oh, shit.
Where is the female?
They kind of look at each other.
Oh, there's a spot down the block.
Oh, one guy says, you mean Ramirez? And the other one, like, elbows him. Not that female, you dipshit. Everybody here, well, actually, I'm sorry. Dennis and Wade, you guys can make a smarts check. Let's see. Do they have anything related to...
Just a street smarts or
Well, anything related to memory. I guess if you wanted to, if you have investigation, you could use that.
investigation? Okay.
If it's better than your regular smarts.
No.
Okay.
So if regular smarts is better.
Yeah, but it won't make any difference to you. You haven't hit this thing before.
6.
Ooh,
6. Okay.
wait a minute. Yeah. Well,
Okay. All right. Wade, when they say Ramirez, you're like, I know that name. I remember that name recently. You immediately remember that was the lady you broke out of prison who said, I'll pay you back sometime. You're like, Ramirez. That's unusual. That's her name. So maybe this is part of her group or gang. She seemed like she was kind of important, made herself sound important.
this they may belong to the same Ramirez that we broke out of the detention facility.
Her name was Valerie Ramirez.
Valerie Ramirez. Yeah.
I'm not standing next to you, so
Well, I'm to
yeah.
The communicators, you mean?
Yeah. So, actually, I'll call out from up on the ceiling where I'm at. So, do you mean Valerie?
The two guys are like, what the hell is it? A Viper kind of looks past him and kind of smirks. He's like, yeah, is that who you're talking about? Because that's who we're looking for. And they're like, you are? Yeah, we need her help, maybe. She said she owes us one. She did? You know, if you keep asking me questions, I'm just going to punch your throat through that wall. Why don't you stop asking me questions? He looks at him. They're like, "Oh, dude, no, sure. We'll take you to Valerie. Sure, if you say so." We just sent somebody to go let her know that you were here, in case you were expected or not. One of the smaller guys like, "Can we ask who's calling?" Viper's like, I had to smack you right into that fucking wall. He's like, yeah, you want to eviscerate that guy? He's like, no. The other guy's like, no, man, he didn't mean it. And Viper kind of puts his hand on your chest. He's like, we'll wait. Yeah, lead on to Valerie Ramirez. I'm assuming she's down the tunnel. That's where we're headed.
Like I have alter forms. It's very big. It's like waiting. Waiting.
It just gets longer and more spiky.
He's got the little emblem like
The hourglass. Okay. So basically, they're like, yeah, just follow us, man. Yeah, bring your vehicles. So these guys are going to start walking down the tunnel, and Third Reich and you are going to be driving the other trucks on in. They're going to lead you down the tunnel. Do you stay with these guys, or are you going to try and teleport ahead, or
Well,
you're not really sure where to
Wall
go?
Walker, I have my full movement.
Yeah.
Up on
Yeah,
the
so if
ceiling
you
or
want to stay on the
whatever, I'm just going to stay on the ceiling and just move ahead of
Okay.
them until. I mean, as long as it's just a straight tunnel. And
Yeah.
So
You'll go down for a little bit, maybe about, everybody's kind of walking, so here in about 7 or 8 minutes, you will find that the tunnel splits off 3 ways.
okay.
So, but when they get up there, they're like, it's the one to the right. So you guys can follow along with these guys. As you're going, you do notice it's getting a little steeper. Not like you're having to pump the brakes or anything, but you can definitely notice it's a down
There's an
incline. Yeah. So you guys go through some tunnels, a few turns here and there. Most of it is like straight, but there are a lot of offshoot tunnels big enough for vehicles. There are offshoot tunnels that are big enough for like walk paths that aren't, you're not going to get a vehicle down there, but there are some of those too. But they generally kind of stay straight, turn maybe 3 or 4 times, and they finally get to one big area. They're like, you know, you pass through a couple, like, I guess you would call them intersections, that it opens up quite a bit. And when it opens up, you do notice there's like boxes and crates and stuff like that stacked on the sides. Like maybe these are little places where they'd store their tools and things like that while they're working down here. But you eventually come to one that opens up into almost like a huge cavernous room. So as you get in there, you do notice there's light in there. They have security lights hooked up, more of the ones that are on the posts, those kind of things. But you notice the tunnels don't really have a lot of lighting. They are using, well, they both have flashlights, but you guys with the headlights on are kind of lighting the way, but they do pull out their headlights once in a while and kind of look around. But as you guys get in here, it looks like it's rigged up with electricity, and it's a pretty good size area. And it's not exactly a cavern, it's more like a huge room. The ceiling is probably 12 feet tall, and then it's just a big underground, almost looks like a bunker with a bunch of hallways going off of it. When you get in here, you do notice there are people with burn barrels that are like huddled around it. There are kids, women, men, a lot of women, some kids, but it's almost like a family unit in here, like a little squatter settlement. You do notice a lot of the people are dressed in a similar fashion, kind of like your wannabe
Post-apocalyptic.
Yeah, a little more post-apocalyptic.
They
Yeah,
look like they came off the set of a B movie, apocalyptic B movie.
yeah, yeah. Like these are the guys who got on a Roger Corman Mad Max movie. You know, I was like, oh, yeah, here, just put these things on. So,
Yeah, not even Mad Max, but more like the Blood of Heroes. Or some old 80s.
Or what was that?
Rumble in the Bronx.
The jousting one where they're on motorcycles. That
The night one.
Yeah,
Night Riders. Yeah, Night Riders.
The most epic motorcycle ever.
Yes.
6-cylinder Honda. And that was what's his nuts that wrote it? He was the king. Shoot, hold on.
IMDb is your best friend.
I know. I will come over there and beat you.
I thought when we were seeing it as a kid, I was just thinking like that was like the best movie.
Night Riders.
Kid,
Yeah.
but
Yeah. Probably go back and watch it and be like, that's still an awesome movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe. Death Italian style, not so much.
That was epic.
So as you
Ed
guys,
Harris.
huh?
Ed Harris.
Ed Harris, yeah, that's right.
Ed Harris
Probably
was
one of
the
his
king.
first or second movies, I think.
Yeah, he was badass too.
So there's a lot of people milling about. A lot of them are dressed that way. The ones that don't have the armor are generally kind of taking care of kids and stuff like that. Like they're off duty right now, you know. But it looks like everybody's just kind of hanging out in here. As you guys pull in the vehicles, you notice Cat Burglar. You're kind of leading, kind of with those two guys. Mm-hmm. As you come in first, especially up on the ceiling, they don't really seem to notice you too much right off the bat. They're more looking at these big vehicles coming in. You do see that one girl. It's obviously a girl because she has the helmet off now. She's got short black hair.
Yeah.
You notice her eyes are completely like black, but her face is pretty much normal.
Yeah.
And she is up talking to a woman in what looks like up on a dais that they've made.
Yeah.
And there's kind of almost like a throne.
Mm-hmm.
They've got like a big chair, and she's kind of got one leg draped over it. All kinds of stuff up there, like munitions and crates of ammo and guns leaning up against that chair. Like she's some sort of warlord. And in that chair, you recognize the lady you rescued from the prison, Valerie Ramirez.
Yeah.
She's got the blue spots on her skin. She's kind of like leaning back. She's dressed like Joan Jett, you know, something like that. And she kind of like is talking to that girl. And as she looks over and the vehicles pull in, she stands up. Mm-hmm. She doesn't come down off the dais, but she does stand up. And everybody in here is kind of like murmuring and buzzing and like moving out of the way and stuff like that. So,
Well, what I'm going to go ahead and do is blink down to the base of the dais
okay.
and bow.
she kind of like, the girl actually like steps back, with her hand on a pistol, and Ramirez just kind of puts her hand out and like, I remember that trick.
Thank you.
So, is this the gang all here?
Yeah, as far as I know. Most of us are here.
All right.
You are the Duchess of New York. You ain't number one.
As I shut the truck down and get out, and I just kind of wave and say, "Hey, Valerie!"
She kind of, you notice she actually like rolls her eyes a little bit, like, nobody calls me Valerie, but she like, okay, you saved my life, great, whatever. So everybody kind of pulls up, gets out. The people kind of tend to stay back. Most of the guys with guns and armor are kind of obviously between you and the normal people and the kids, but they don't seem to be threatening. It's more like, okay, if something goes south, we're ready to fight. She kind of waves off. She's like, my saviors, great to see you again. I'm glad you're doing well now that you've broke into prison and broke out of prison. That's pretty impressive. But then again, you all look like you can handle it. And then you step out of the car and she's like, new recruit?
I did not save you.
No, you didn't.
And I say, oh yeah, he's new. We just found him a little bit ago when we found these vehicles.
Do you collect strays by chance?
Apparently we do.
We might have one for you.
Oh,
Seems like a nice guy, but we're not sure what he's up to, so we
Wouldn't
don't know what to do with it.
Taryn, would it?
No. Is that what you're looking for?
Yeah, you're looking for his lab.
You came to the right person. Yeah. Well, come on over. Let's talk. You need something to eat? And you see like the rotisserie rat on the burn barrel, like 4 rats tied up, and there's like, you're like, hey, I think that's
Do you see any cows around here? This is right.
he says the rata. So yeah, there's some bread, and you can tell a lot of the stuff is what they've stolen. You do see some like containers of like Taco Bell shells, and like, you know, we went dumpster diving and found a bunch of Happy Meals that didn't go bad, so you can have a Happy Meal if you want.
It's kind of nasty.
Yeah.
Well, they last forever.
Any blueberries on
Those are
the
Twinkies.
outset?
Yeah. No,
They call certain rice too.
She's like, so you guys are looking for Taryn's old hideout.
Yes, we are.
Interesting.
He's got some stuff we can use. Fight.
Oh, against the Vasori, huh? Well, I'm all for that. Yeah, it's hidden. I actually stumbled across it about a month ago. I haven't told anybody about it because I don't know. I don't want to go in there. I know what Taryn was, who he was. I don't think I want to go in there, but you fellows look like you'd be the ones to handle it. I know you can because of what you did at the prison, so no, it's a good thing you came. Kind of fortuitous, I'd say. We are known as the Underground Irregulars, taking the fight to the Vasori. Most of us are not, we're not on level with you by any means, by any of you.
Any fight against the Masari is a good fight. I thank you for your assistance in eradicating the sperm from the planet.
I think it'll be you guys doing it. Yeah. Most of us are just homeless
Did you see the underground irregulars?
irregulars. Yeah. Just a ragtag group of people who have mutations but not
Where's the
really
demo?
superpowers. But we're taking the fight to them because they don't like us. They don't like our kind, and we don't like what they're doing. So I'm glad you guys are here in a way. But we will protect our own. And when she says that, she kind of looks right at Viper. Like, we will protect our own. And he's like, yeah, that's fine. Just don't piss me off. Okay. Suprema's like, what about this stray you spoke of? What is that? Well, he found a guy lurking down here. I don't know what he was doing. I think he was lost, actually. But we outnumbered him, and I had a couple of those power dampener manacles that I stole from prison. We used them on him. We didn't know what to do with him. We just found him, actually, about 2 hours ago. So we've got him pulled up in a cell of sorts. Maybe he'd be useful to you. If not, maybe you can take care of him for us.
Sounds like a deal.
All right.
The fuck?
Well, let me go introduce this guy, and then I'll take you to Terran's lab. It's a little ways down. You might not be able to get your vehicles. Well, you can get your vehicles down there, but it might be kind of hard to get it back up. There were some tunnel collapses.
They are not our vehicles.
Oh,
We stole one.
Well, they are now.
even better. So you might have to hoof it a little bit.
Speed.
So as she talks, she kind of leads you back towards one of the hallways. And as you go down this hallway, it looks like it used to be kind of like where they kept generators behind cages. But some of the generators have broken down or been taken or whatever. And in one of those cages, which is about the size of this basement, but the ceiling is like 10 feet tall, as you guys walk up, there's somebody in there with these power dampeners on, sitting on a bench in the middle of this open cage, open room, just kind of like, yep. So, Doug, you may describe your character however you envision him, whatever you want him to look like. Probably nonplussed because you got caught by a bunch of people.
No arms.
Rage. Better not go on Instagram.
Rage.
It's gonna skin
You're
you.
not funny. I am. Call me the Justifier. Well, hello. I'm a mystic, and I'm out to seek revenge.
Revenge on who?
Who do you got?
The sorry?
Yeah, that'll do. So,
Pleased
to meet you.
Do you have an idea of what kind of outfit he wears? Does he wear a costume or anything?
We could release him then.
I mean, you can think about it, but if you had something off the top of your head.
black leather duster,
Okay.
wife beater,
Wife Peter, okay.
So hot.
black BDU cargo pants.
Okay.
Pretty much what I'm wearing here, except without the
Notching it up.
That's right. And a pair of shiny black boots that say BFG on the front. They look a lot like this.
Best girlfriend?
As long as it doesn't say BFF, I guess we're good. Best friends forever.
No.
I skinned her and made her into boots.
That's forever.
Forever.
That's an appropriate villain. While he's looking that up, everybody make a smarts or investigation. I would allow notice as well, maybe. So
Whatever's higher.
whatever's higher.
They look like that.
4.
Ba, ba, ba.
Okay.
Actually, on those boots.
Oh, okay. So you got a 4?
Yeah.
How about you? 3?
3.
3. Okay. Actually,
Wasn't it?
2. I don't notice your boots.
ooh.
I don't know as much of anything. Potato salad man attack.
What happened with your weapon?
Never mind.
Okay, the group that's around you, like all of the cellas here, when you say justifier, you see Viper kind of like raise his eyebrows and kind of put his hands on his hips, like, And Third Reich actually does the kind of eyeballs him a little bit. Like maybe they recognize that name or something. So, and Ramirez says, well, this guy was just wandering down here. We just captured him. I don't know what to do with him. He kind of looks like he might fit in with you guys. I don't know what he can do. And Viper's like, yeah, he can join us as long as he stays in line. And he
What
kinda,
were you doing down here?
Read the book.
I can.
Skip that chapter. That's my business. Maybe someday I'll be lucky enough for me to share it with you.
Very well.
So what's
I will.
what's the who do you do?
I will write this book later.
Speak English. The hell you talking about? Who do you?
What's your little niche of special power?
He has cool boots.
yeah, when they take the power dampeners off of you.
I wave my hand like this, and I open up a portal to Kyle San Lucas, but a small one that they can't walk through.
Do I need to do a check on
You get my dice.
Is that just a visual thing, or was it actual?
I reach through the
pattern?
portal, grab a Mai Tai, pull it back, say, here. Now be quiet.
I'm so envious.
Pull him, make it sell like.
I am so
And tap it.
envious.
Universal manipulation power of the time-space continuum, and I use it to get you a fucking drink. I hope you're pleased.
And you can hear Supernova Cyanide. Great, another teleporter.
Oh, delicious. Great. Thank you very much. I am Commander Chaos.
Actually, is the portal still open?
No, I close it.
Oh, okay.
You're trying to get one too. Fine.
Teleporting.
I mean, the portal.
My time for everyone. God damn, what a great use of my power. Holy crap.
That is very good.
No, I mean, did
You
actually
could be able to do the trick with the rabbit.
Yes. I don't know. That's what I
With
said.
the rabbit.
He didn't have me to roll anything, so
No, I'll let
Rabbit
you have
out
it.
of the hat.
Just
I'll
automatic.
pull something out of your hat.
Oh,
Actually, didn't we in the portal?
part of my head into a hat.
Blinking
Please.
into it,
Please
getting
demonstrate
a
the
drink of my
rabbit.
own and coming back.
Okay, here's what we're
Pulling some
gonna,
fancy shit.
here's what we're gonna do. You guys have a deck of cards.
That's for you.
I just want each of you to draw a card.
Okay.
Hey, see that shit? That is the worst fan shuffle ever. All right. Draw a card.
Just
You two.
just you two.
Just, okay. You know the one that's up?
No.
You don't have to worry about that.
Who has
I'll
the
get a really
Who
good
has the
one.
highest card?
Oh.
An 8.
An ace.
Ooh.
No, that's king.
Oh, it's king.
Okay.
But there's no sword, so I don't know if it's a suicide king or not.
It's a diamond.
What's this suit?
It's a diamond.
Suicide king.
There you go.
There you go. See?
So, all
This
right.
thing pulled that shit out of the deck. Look at that. You should fear me, mortal.
Okay, anyway.
Well, that's your downfall.
I don't know how to do this. Wait. Roll an agility check. Just a regular agility check.
Okay.
You will need a raise, so your target number is going to be at least 8.
I don't know. This could get messy.
Time to roll something.
6.
All 6. Okay.
You're gonna get messy.
No, what would that happen? What would that happen? Okay. Were you going to take anything from over there? Back?
Yeah, I was grabbing a drink.
Okay.
So,
All right. So
Meanwhile,
he
in
opens the
Cobblestone,
portal,
Lucas, there's a
reaches over,
bartender
grabs a
going,
drink off the
"What
bar.
frick?"
You teleport over there, grab the drink. As you turn, he's not even paying attention. He's starting to close the portal, and you're like, shit. So you teleport back and drop the drink on that side of the teleporter. Because when you get over there, you're like, oh, it's a different area. I could make a break for it. You're like, hey, drink. At the bar are 3 Catharin, the big shark things, and there's a Vasori captain standing there. They all just gonna go. And as he closes it, you're like, bye. And you drop the drink, but you get back in time. So it was like, I can make a break. I'm not here. And because he had a higher card, he just like, drink, and I'm done. And you're like, I. So you make it back without your drink, and you're like, I almost lost a hand. I think that's so.
Now you know how I felt when my experiment blew up.
Bad kitty. Not smart. Not smart.
All right. So you get him a drink.
Well, there were a couple of sharks there, but
How about the Jets?
Yeah, Viper punches you into a wall.
You take it.
So you guys, Viper and Third Reich obviously know you. Third Reich's like, I've heard of you. I've heard that you are a very dangerous man and knowledgeable about the occult arts.
Maybe.
Interesting.
My little demonstration wasn't enough.
Oh, that's what I was looking up. Sorry. Alter form.
My little demonstration wasn't enough for you. Do you need further proof?
No, not right now, I don't think.
Why?
I've heard of you too.
the only question is, how dedicated are you to the fight against the Dosari?
All right.
Like clap a hand against the back of your shoulder and says, friend, we talk.
You,
This is my world, not theirs.
Hey,
it's 3 power
Player
points.
got a little distracted. a little knocked
I
off,
forgot, you
know.
just spend power points, so.
However,
Where's that at? At 5. Okay. And how do I get those back?
I believe they regenerate over time.
Okay.
And then you can always get, you can buy another edge of power points and get more.
Well, I'll hold off then. I just didn't know how.
oh no, not PowerPoints.
Yeah.
No.
So, yeah, everybody starts with 10.
852.
All right. So basically,
You start with 10?
yeah, you get 10 power points to buy your, well, let's see. Wait a minute, I could be wrong. Let me look, because that was for buying your powers. Let's see what it says in here about power points. It's been so long.
Yeah, me too.
Okay. Ooh. Ooh.
Daddy needs a clock. Yeah. Do you have a dex, Joe?
Arcane power superpowers.
yeah.
20. These might only be 10.
Saw a video recently that's like, yeah, I don't use dice jail. He takes a d20, sets it on this little log, then an arrow comes flying in, hits the die.
Yeah.
So he's like, yeah, I shoot him. Well, then he goes to find the die, and it's on a 1 again. And it's like, yeah, fuck you.
Of course. Of course.
Uh-huh. She's so happy, little buddy. Uh-huh. I'm so happy about it, too.
Yeah, I tried doing that once when my wife and I were being close. He did not appreciate it.
Oh, boy. Oh, 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 oh,
Oh, God.
I used to be weird.
Like when
Disney porns. Literally.
it's like Mickey and Minnie going in court. Mickey filed for divorce. The judge says, well, I see it says here that you say she's crazy. It's like, no, I want to divorce her because she's fucking goofy.
We'll be here all night, folks.
Unfortunately.
Yeah, pick that one up too. They're all over the place, man. That's
Yeah,
I'm just gonna order you around because you know.
Yeah.
No.
You guys start with 10 power points, unless you bought, like, an edge gives you more.
PowerPoint's 15.
Oh, 15?
Oh, PowerPoint's 5. My Novus, so that must be the thing I bought.
Well, when you buy power points, you automatically start with, or 10, I'm sorry. Maybe the extra power points is 5. Let me check that.
I think that's
Yeah, and I think that's just the That's just what we use to buy the powers. I don't
Yeah.
think it was a. Once you buy them, it's you can just use them.
The notes in the square.
How do you use them then?
You spend a power point to use your powers.
Oh.
Technically.
Hmm.
Because it says here in powers,
We have not
Unless-
played this a long time, folks. Give us some-
unless otherwise stated, all powers cost a minimum of 1 power point
I see.
to use. And then some, like Alter Form, cost 3 power points to use.
Mine says 6 points, so I don't know. I imagine that could buy it.
Well, that was when you bought it. It was you bought the 6-point version of it.
Yeah.
Because my
There are a lot of
understanding for
powers.
necessary evil is it's not using them; it's to buy them.
Yeah.
Once you buy them, it's just something you can use.
That's
Because I think that was the way necessary evil was set up. Because it's a super.
Yeah, no, it says right here, unless otherwise stated, all powers cost a minimum of 1 power point
To purchase or to use?
to use.
Well, does it say to use or does it say cost?
it's
It just
really more of a
says-
guideline than a rule.
Cost a minimum of 1 power point. So, let's see.
DM discretion here.
Dale.
But we're going to have to worry about tonight, because I don't know when the next time we'll play this is. I'll read through the book again.
Oh, okay.
So for tonight, we're not going to spend any power points. Just
Awesome.
use your powers.
Because
Phenomenal
I
cosmic
don't
power.
remember.
I don't think we did before.
So I'll have to read it. I'm not going to read it, because I'm going to have to read through 4 chapters to find out exactly what the specifics are.
Well, I was going to make a hat.
You're going to make a hat?
Or
That is like 48 power
pterodactyl.
points. That's impressive.
Well, I don't have a hat. I'm like,
So you're going to, are you going to make a hat? Or
or
are you
make
gonna
my
just,
head shift into a hat.
Okay.
And then hand it. Like, okay.
So take the top part of your head off.
Yeah.
I don't want your giant foreskin hat.
You are going to make it appear. I can make a foreskin. Do you want a foreskin?
No. Go away, you weird robot thing. Come on, K9.
But I want.
Hey, Tin Dog, here. Here, boy.
Oh,
He shifts into a canine.
There you go.
Supreme is kind of like,
Master.
he might be fun to play with later. Viper's like, would you knock that off? You're disturbing me.
I turned on.
Go, boy. Go fetch.
Over there, grab it. Fucking dog. Bring it back. I come back. I can generate multiple appendages if it is required.
It's not you, twisted bird.
You see Supreme kind of smirk and raise an eyebrow, like Viper's like,
Oh my god. Are you fully functional? I don't fucking day you want to be.
No, Mallory. Where
I'll
is
use my chameleon and shift into like I'm shipping a Suprema. I'm like, I believe that I am. These are large. How do you run with these?
third right's like, you're right, Supreme. Huh? He may be very useful in the off hours. She's like,
You will
even do that.
literally put an eye out with us.
I start running around in a circle. This seems painful.
careful, you yourself black eyes.
Roll.
He's like
Remember,
he's like a
Mallory's
kid
like,
because he's
yes, would you like to see where Terran's lab is?
Yes, not
All right, yes, that sounds great.
Appreciate it.
You literally get on tabs. What the hell's wrong
Yeah.
with people? You ever heard of a side quest? No.
Oh, that's like what's later.
What?
Motorboating yourself. Quit motorboating yourself.
I could see how that could happen.
Basically, she's like, well, follow me.
Chrissy freaks. What the hell?
You guys can take the vehicles. She'll ride in the vehicle with you, but you can take the vehicles for about 10 minutes down some of the tunnels, but then you start getting to where it looks like some of the tunnels are in disrepair. You can actually see cracks in the ceiling and the walls and some on the floors. And as you get a little farther down this particular tunnel, you do notice that some of it has fallen in. I mean, you can get past it, but it's kind of a narrow, especially for your vehicles. So she's like, we're going to have to stop here.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
And it's you're actually down at least 3 levels below the street by now. So
You just teleport yourself.
basically,
Okay.
Viper,
can actually teleport others, just not easily.
Viper.
Does he have to know where he's going?
Yes.
Yeah.
Shit. Okay.
The Viper opens up the back of the truck and hauls out the generator and just kind of puts him on his back.
So it's like
He's got to crouch down because it's too tall for the ceiling. He's like, "All right, can we get this going, please?"
And as far as that, as we've been walking down, I've been randomly walking up along the walls. And
Oh, okay.
and just,
Kind of doing the.
Okay, well, I kind of look at him and I'm like, does anyone require one of these vehicles
Who are you looking at?
in the group?
Third Reich's like, what do you mean?
I could absorb one and carry the vehicle easier.
Now, when he does that, does he alter the physical mass of it?
Yeah, I basically eat it.
Yeah.
But then do you become as big as the mass that you're eating?
Basically, I grow 2 steps in strength.
Okay.
Third Reich is like, well, not right now, but maybe
I got an idea,
if
guys.
needed.
Let's go find the lab. We know where the trucks are. That's a known quantity. That's point 1. If we can find the lab, then once we get to the lab, I can open a portal to the trucks, and we can bring the equipment in that way. But we got to find the lab first.
Welcome to the team. Finally, someone else fits a brain. I'm happy.
Well,
I want to say
Viper's like, my brain is telling me, can we get this going? I'm breaking my fucking back here.
what he needs is leave it here and we can get it when we get down there. You don't have to carry it. So quit whining.
would you like some cheese with that one?
Viper basically puts it down. Smart ass.
Better being a dumbass.
He turns. Third Reich's like, I am citing this him. Viper is just like, fine, you're smart. You lead the way. Go ahead.
I had shifted into something from like the thing.
Okay.
Okay. On the movie with like all the legs and everything else. I was going to help you.
The Viper looks over and is like, I'm going to side with him. He goes over there, stands next to him.
Wow, we're going to split up into little cliques already. All right, that's cool.
We've already done
That
that.
sucked. Fine. So I take off down. Can I climb through like the collapsed tunnel?
Yeah, then most of it's just you have to walk around piles of rubble. When you get toward the end, there is a part where you kind of have to climb over some rubble that's about waist high. Pretty easy. You guys get over, and as you get over, you do notice that this is like almost like a dead end to the hallway. But off here, there is a vault-like door that's obviously been put there after the fact, but it's actually kind of crumpled and fallen in on itself.
Okay.
So you might have to climb over the vault door into it. And there is what looks like a lab beyond. And you actually see flickering blue and red lights in there. Not really sparking,
Not arcs?
more like just flicking, like blinking. Kind of like what's on the wall over there.
The Enterprise ship's computers in here.
Now, as you guys get up there, you kind of see the vault door. What do you do?
Is it? So can we climb over it? And move
You can.
past it?
You can
All
get
right,
in.
yeah, let's do that.
So you're gonna.
Let's go in, guys. Let's go.
All right. All right. So you're first.
Sally forth. I'll go first. Why not? I'm an
I'll
idiot.
pull out the dark sensor.
Oh yeah, I guess I got dark vision too.
And we kind of checking our eyes as we're entering.
Okay. You climb through. Who's next? Do you want to teleport on in?
Yeah, that would be
Okay. So you go through. You teleport in, and as soon as he gets halfway through the door, and you're like, blink, your scanner's like, energy detected, energy source activated, and you hear inside.
Oh shit!
And you hear a
Turn it on.
clank. Clank.
It's one of those big Judge Dredd Sylvester Stallone combat robots, isn't it?
And this ceiling is about 15 feet tall.
All right, I'm teleporting up onto the ceiling.
Shit, mother. All right. I guess I'll let that go.
I'm still in the room. I'm just.
What do I see? I've got.
Okay.
What do I got here?
Well, as it activates, you notice some of the lights actually around the edge, kind of like these lights, kind of
Right.
ting, 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 ting. and flicker on. So the lab actually lights up, like the whole place is activating.
And it pings like that, kind of like when the lights came on.
Yeah,
All up there
kind of like
pinging.
when fluorescent lights, kind of like ding,
Okay,
ding, ding,
awesome.
ding, and then kick on.
Fluorescent lights, really? That's the best supervillain can do? Come on, dude.
No,
LED.
they're LEDs, but they have
LEDs
that
don't
little.
flicker and ping.
They do. They
Yeah,
do.
you
These
gotta hit the
do.
right atmosphere.
That's right.
I'll show you right on
Oh, here we go. Okay, so let's see.
Pull that out of your coat.
I've had your pipe and stuff.
That's okay. I can apply.
Okay, I'm sorry. The room is probably about 10 feet tall. But you go up to the ceiling. Okay. As this all happens, Viper is as you climb in, he's like, a dumbass would probably have looked in there first. Just saying.
Probably.
He just kind of steps back. You guys, as you enter, and you're up there so you can kind of see past him. The rest of you guys really can't see this yet. You see what looks like a giant robot, kind of like the ABC Warriors from Dread, kind of stand up. It has huge, like, fists that are, like, bolted together, and it looks like they're on hydraulic pistons.
Oh.
It also has what looks like,
Sure.
for lack of a better term, scythes that come off the edges, off its forearms.
Oh, shit.
It has what looks like, the best you can make out, a Gatling gun, like the barrel on its chest into its torso, and the eyes are just burning red. And it kind of stands up. It is 8 foot tall, and it kind of stands up. Let's see.
The guy you want's on the other side of that door. The answer's a Viper.
Anastasia say Rob's watching. Hi, Rob.
Hey, Rob.
Oh, hey. Sorry. I thought we were in game there for a second. The robot's name is Rob?
Yes. And now we have to fight him.
I like Rob.
Rob
Well, we
82.
don't have to. We could wussy out like Viper wanted to.
I'm gonna shift into a guitar. Kumbaya.
No.
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 So as it stands
We've got
up,
other things
it
to
looks
do.
and it kind of looks over towards you, and then it just goes at you on the ceiling, and it's like looks like it could just reach up. So it sees you on the ceiling. Okay, now we are going to go into rounds. So somebody's got a deck of cards over there, correct?
Yep.
Yay!
All right. Now,
That
this
makes
is
me poop. Yeah.
combat, so it might be a little rusty here for some of us, like me.
Fiber.
I'm an obscure reference fan. Yes.
Everybody gets one card, including me.
Okay.
Whoa, no!
Yeah, Valerie Ramirez is essentially like standing back, like, okay, here's Taryn's lab. I'm gonna go.
See, look what you did.
Oh, there you go. Pass these around the table.
Thank you, mouse speakers.
Oh, what is it? Man, I've had that gum. It's really hard. One more.
Or we each get 3.
Yeah, just keep passing them around. Everybody's gonna get 3 bennies here.
Bennies. These are bennies.
So grab 3, pass them down.
I don't have 3 more. Oh, now I do have 3. Oh, no, you have.
Does everyone have
These are
3?
like backhand and shit.
We got 3 Canadians each.
No. Yeah. They're backhand and shit.
Yeah, I don't know if you're watching, Ben, but we got 3 Canadians each.
Short for benefits.
Yeah.
I'm not sure mine are female or
Not
not.
my live. Mine
Oh,
was
all right. Hello.
Hello! Hello!
Wait, we
Wrong
need to
game.
mouse speakers. One of the
In my figure.
followers we've had on.
Yeah.
Yep. Thank you for continuing to hunt us down.
Keep spreading the tapes.
Yep.
If you get that reference, I'll be impressed.
Okay, so
Keep circulating the tapes. I think that's what that said.
you can use bennies to re-roll any trait test. Make the entire roll from scratch. If you're firing 3 shots on fully automatic and don't like the results, pick up all 3 dice in your wild die and roll again. You could keep spending bennies and re-rolling as long as you like, and take
long as
the
you have
best of
bennies.
your attempts. If you roll a 5, for example, and the benny gets you a 4, keep the original 5 instead. Bennies cannot be spent on tables, damage rolls, unless the character has the no mercy edge, or any other roll that isn't a trait roll. And you can also use them to save your bacon from deadly attacks. Choose carefully where you spend them. So you can use them for soak rolls and stuff. All right. So if you roll something and you're like, crap, re-roll it and keep the better of the two. All right. What does it say about Game Master Benny's?
All right.
He doesn't get any.
I can do anything I want.
Oh, you're a god, are you?
Honkin' robot.
Well, if you shouldn't listen to Gary Gygax, still yeah.
Oh, I get a Benny.
Anything he wants.
It's true.
I get a Benny for
Where's
every
the
player.
secret? It's the secret weak spot. There's always a secret weak spot. We don't have time to think about this. He's coming this way.
Okay.
We need the manual.
God damn it.
I'm gonna look on Google. Google, where is it?
Google it. Hey, Fido, Google this shit, will you?
All right. So does everybody have their cards?
Yes. Yep.
All right. Aces.
Yo!
You got an ace.
That's your
All right. What do you want to do?
Empty the clip at this son of a bitch.
Okay. You have.
Use like an energy thingy.
Oh, okay.
I got a ranged attack.
Yes.
Dabble, dabble.
I just open a portal, put him in the cobble, so
Yeah, but I don't have.
You rather my die?
Do you want another demonstration of my power? Actually, you know what? If I open a big enough portal, I can just make a sumbitch like fall through to the moon or something.
Yeah, that's true.
That'd be funny.
Rock.
Rock. Rock. Rock. Rock. It's a rock. It doesn't have any vulnerable spots.
infinite portal hole.
Oh, I got a great idea.
I got a great idea. Oh, yeah.
It's a little piece of the gap here.
He was totally stoned that whole period.
It was.
Rock Macarena.
Oh, I can get the guy
Rock Macarena.
Oh, that's not right.
Under your ranged attack, does it say anything else?
It says attack counter ranged.
Okay, that's it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Apparently it is, like uber powerful and one hit's going to disintegrate this guy.
Yeah.
What? No, seriously.
But you
Back to
can
the
upgrade it
elemental
to
metal.
like extra damage. There's knockback. There's non-lethal, rapid fire. But you're just shooting the regular old blast because you're kind of a low-level supervillain.
I beg your pardon.
Right now, you are.
Right now. Right now, you're worth
If you survive this, you will get experience points to maybe get better.
If.
Yeah. So when you roll, your damage is going to
Pretty
be
soon I'll give you a nasty spring.
2d6 is going to be your damage.
2d6.
I'll give you the call.
I only got 1d6. Do I roll it twice? Yeah.
Yeah, you can just roll it
All right.
twice.
Now, do I roll the modifier, the wild card dice?
Yes.
Yeah, this is your damage, your power is going to activate.
Well, actually, doesn't he need to roll the attack?
Oh yeah, you should probably roll your agility. Or do you have anything
I
like?
have a shooting agility.
Yes, that would be it. That's what I was looking for. Shooting, because you're shooting blasts of energy. So use that. So that would be just your regular thing, and you're done.
Yeah, baby. Okay, I got an 8 and a joker.
So ace. So,
Yep, eight's ace, but
reroll again.
anything over an 8 doesn't really count. So,
it
but
doesn't?
no, they don't. You only get one raise in Savage Worlds. They don't count raises.
So I roll
Yeah.
that one again. Yeah.
15. That's like 87 raises.
But the good thing is it does count when you do damage.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
So he's getting dysentery. Guaranteed.
You have died of dysentery. Welcome to the Oregon Trail, Ben.
Oregon Trail. That's all I do.
Well, strongly don't ever mouth off to Terry Crews because you'll die of dysentery.
Yes.
Come on,
Yes, that's-
I'm on it.
thank you for
There we
that.
go. Come on, that was
Okay, so you hit.
all right. I hit him.
Now you can roll your
Oh, come on. Give me
damage.
thousands. An 8 and a 3. 8 is the no. Fuck 6.
I was gonna say that was pretty good.
So, yep, re-roll the 6 and add it on.
4. So that's a 10.
13.
13. Shit. I probably scratched his paint. Can I call a shot?
Not now. Yeah. What'd you roll? 13?
13. 13 Mockingbird Lane.
Okay. You slam into it, and it basically like shudders back for a second. No damage.
Oh, fucking
And basically just kind of looks right at you.
Well, at least he's not pissed at me.
Not yet.
Hey, he did it.
So that was aces, kings, queens, jacks, tens, nines, eights. Hey, all right, there we go. Now the action's happening.
All right.
What the hell did I do? Chop liver?
How you?
Apparently.
Yeah, sort of.
Pissed him off.
You didn't even chop his liver.
Hey, oh.
Do I know? Do I know I can interface with him? It's a computer. I can interface with him.
He is a construct. You'd probably have to find wherever his terminal is. I don't know where it went. Oh, there it is.
Yeah. Eyeballs are a wonderful thing.
So you'll basically have to find out where his interface panel is to contact.
Which means you gotta get close to him.
Yeah.
Good luck, Fido.
Yeah. Well, I'm wall walking, so I'm gonna crawl up a
He's
wall.
not Wi-Fi. I'm sorry.
Go pee on his leg.
Yeah.
Maybe you'll short him out.
It's motor oil. He's like, oh, thank you.
Actually based on Savage World mouse makers.
Yeah. So I'm gonna crawl up against the wall as that thing. thing.
The John Carpenter monster.
Yeah, and I'm crawling up there and I'm basically trying to observe him with my extra eyes.
Okay. All right. Go ahead and make a notice check.
I do have points of notice.
Ooh,
8.
Yep.
Got 6. 8.
Okay.
Conception.
Myself, watch myself. On the automaton's back, like right between where its shoulder blades would be, there is what looks like a computer panel.
Okay.
And you notice that's where the interface ports are. And you also notice that's where a couple switches are, like maybe for deactivation, activation,
Oh, that
something
would
like
be
that.
way
You
too
might be able to shut it down
Okay.
from there. So, but it's on right there. So
Okay.
you'll have to get there.
All right.
Okay. All right. So that was 8s, 7s, 6. What are you gonna do?
My standard blink attack, and so attack from one side, attack from the other side, and then I'm going to blink to another
Safe location.
safe corner away from him.
Okay.
So
So make your fighting roll.
I could offer some suggestions.
3, but yeah,
Okay. You
Actually,
spend a penny.
that was just the first one.
Yeah.
So
Okay. Let's try again.
second
This
one,
second attack.
yeah. Okay, so that's a 12,
All right. So that one will hit.
and then strength +2.
That shot barely scratched the paint. What's he gonna do with his little claws?
And you add +1 to your damage total because you got a raise when you went to
Okay.
hit him.
So strength +2 +2d6.
I didn't go through stuff on them yet.
Yeah.
Whoops.
Yeah. No, that's not a big deal.
I'm a rebel.
Oh,
Doug, did you get a raise? What'd you roll when you attacked the thing? It was like an 8 or something higher, wasn't
Yeah.
it?
Yeah,
Roll,
15.
roll an extra d6 because you get the bonus damage too. So,
5.
Yeah, 13.
so that would have been 18.
Okay, so there's one scratch in the paint.
Yeah. So basically, you did a nice big scratch right there. And he's like, "Hey,
I'm gonna have to bulk this out.
yeah."
I'll buff you out.
54, and the claws do count as heavy.
Wow, 54. Gee.
What the?
I rolled good. I aced several times.
You're an ace.
He is an ace.
Oh, whatever. I suppose we take this son of a bitch out. I got nothing.
So,
I will anyway.
So are you taking it to dinner then?
I want to tell you I love you.
I wish I never
Jeez.
like a Terminator, so I'll do my bidding.
54.
Bet I could.
You thought
You got a computer?
No.
Okay.
Computer. Where the hell's computer?
You basically slice at it. You manage to slice through. Were you trying to attack like up here, down there, or
Well,
you on the floor, or
actually, I teleported in next to it on the floor. So
okay, on both sides?
yeah, one side and the other, and then
So the first one misses. The second one, you actually slice right through the cables that support its knee.
Nice.
And the whole thing like shifts, and he kind of and he goes down like a ton of bricks.
Does an Ed 209.
Yeah. Basically, his foot up to the knee is still standing. He is on the ground, and when he falls, you see sparks fly from one of his eyes as it goes dark as he slams it on the pavement. And he kind of like shudders for a minute, and then you see him starting to get back up. Okay, so you did a lot of damage to him.
again.
All right,
Like I said, I had pretty good roll.
you rolled pretty well.
Well, my D8 for strength aced,
Yeah,
and then the 2d6 for the damage
kept dazing.
aced,
Yeah.
and actually one of them doubled.
Nice.
So yeah,
All right. Fives. Okay. Let's see.
Oh, do you have it? What do you have? I know you got it too. It's sitting right there.
Yeah, fine.
Good card draw. Way to go. I feel so safe with you.
Okay.
Yeah, I just had to look see what you guys
Yeah,
had in
even had it in
hand.
the room. Yeah. Nothing bad could possibly happen at this point.
well, I think he's gonna be mad at me. He's still gonna be focused on me.
Good. I put the egg on. We can get behind him and fuck him up.
Good stuff.
What the hell? Seriously? I guess you're home, so
Yep. I don't get right around.
brag about it.
Okay. He kind of leans up, and you see that thing rotate, and boom! You are going to take 10 points of damage. What is your toughness?
Peggy.
Toughness is 5.
Five, okay.
Discount $5
So
Attack. You didn't get a raise.
Is that for January? I can't get a red dog.
You make it.
Oh wait, actually, he did hit with a raise because he rolled a 9. So 10 plus 2, 12. But that's above your.
Pay grade.
so I will be using a Benny.
Yeah. You would character.
Thanks, man.
Okay.
Yeah, we haven't seen. Wait a minute, you said Ben was on here?
No, it's a Benny, so I said
No, by earlier you said.
no, he wasn't.
No, he was just saying that they're Bennies, they're Canadian.
Yeah.
And those are for loonies and toonies.
Yeah.
All right. You are going
Well,
to
he's
take.
going to Ben
Did you ever follow Ben
You're going to take one
Benoit?
wound.
1 wound.
Yeah.
Canadian.
Yes, he is. Mike fucking
Blame Canada.
whatever, but, he was our first winner on our first draw.
Wait, you have winners?
Yeah,
So you'll be at -1 to your pace and -1 to all your trait checks until that.
on Facebook and YouTube and that type of thing.
How am I doing
So
that?
using the Benny, what, just reduce it?
Negated one of the wounds. Yeah. 'Cause you were going to take 2 wounds. So
So do I need to use 2 Bennies?
if you wish to use 2 bennies, I'll let you. And then none of that happened. So
So I
Thank you, man.
dodged.
yeah. So you duck out of the way. It is like something like a 50 caliber round that just got launched at you. So you're like, whoa! It's not a Gatling gun. It actually rotates. It's like a rotating shotgun kind of thing.
Yeah.
It rotates.
This shell like lands on one of us and like crushes. Get it off.
It's like the Optimus Prime.
No.
Okay.
That doesn't go tink. That goes wrong.
That was 5s, 4s, 3s, 2s. Okay, there we go.
There you go. Anti-robot remote. Click.
Anti-robot remote, huh? There's nothing that says you can't do it, but you know what? I'm going to give it a reliability number.
Okay.
Like Deadlands. Roll a d20.
What?
Because it's an experimental device, if you roll above a 12, it does not work on this particular style of robot.
That penny center right there.
So 12 or under.
2.
Okay. So you're like, beep. And you see the robot just kind of like, as it shoots the thing from its chest and then just and power down. Yep.
Any questions, class?
Yeah.
How the hell?
They
Where'd
have
you
a
get that?
name for what's wrong with you?
What is it part of an excess of emotional expression?
Yeah. As you basically shut down the robot and kind of like the power's on, everything quiets down, everybody's starting to make their way into the room. Once you get into the room, you're going to notice there are 2 more of those robots that are in various states of disrepair that probably would have activated had they been actually in functioning order.
Well,
So, but they're not.
Fortunate.
They're not. One of them looks like it's very damaged, and the other one is like in pieces. You know, like the head is sitting on a big shelf next to it. And one of the arms is off. So, as you get in here, you do notice this is like a huge lab setup, but it's all computer screens and monitors. There's no like actual chemistry stuff, but it's all computerized. Over by the robots, or not by the robots, but on the opposite side of the robots, there are 2 large, what look like banks of computers, almost like giant CPU towers. And as you look, you notice there is a socket right between the 2 that looks like a power coupling, and it looks a lot like the socket that has that generator plug. Is that like the female of that male part? No ideas. Suprema's like, yeah, sweet. So that's where you're going to plug that generator in.
Are there computers here? Like,
There are. Only a few of them are like doing the bing, bing, bing. None of them have activated. None of them have turned on yet. But it's almost like a cursor. A couple of them have
can I go over
lights
and
that
try to
blink.
interface with one?
You can, but there's no power to it. They're dormant.
Wakey, wakey.
Yeah.
Alrighty, well,
There's only one way you're going to turn them on.
Justifier, if you'd be so kind as to open that little portal back to over by the trucks, and our
2 seconds.
big strong guys can
Can I
that
absorb
generator
one
down
of the
there.
robot?
Checking my text messages.
The middle of the robot? Sure, if you want.
Okay.
Yeah, you're about 10 feet tall. Well, 8 feet tall.
So you do 2 steps of strength.
Look at your boobs. Oh wait, no, he's not in the form anymore.
I'm nothing but boobs.
It's just like this.
It all went to your chest.
Hang on, I got some ones.
He's looking like a pilot. He's got boobs over.
They're
All right.
bumps.
So you absorbed the robot.
Which
And
is like my head with that robot.
so what is
with
your
those-
strength currently?
It is D12.
So it's D12 plus 4 now.
No, I'm at D12. 2 steps. So I'm normally at 8.
Okay, so you are at D12. I thought your normal strength was D12. I was
Yeah.
like, holy crap. All right.
Epic.
So you're going to open the portal to the generator?
Yeah.
You're just going to step through and
All right, do it.
pick it up. Viper's like,
Wrap around it.
absolutely useless on this team. I'm going on vacation. I'm going to go eat a Mai Tai from that bar you were at. That sounds
Yeah,
great.
good luck.
I moved back so you can help carry it.
Yeah.
'Cause that was my plan, was to help him.
Yeah.
Are you going to help?
I just thought something.
No, I'm not going to help. Carry that thing in here. You're stronger than me.
Well, then quit your whining
I think I
about
walk
being
in on
useless.
Strange.
I just thought it would be useful. You're gonna make me a sandwich. I'm hungry.
That's her job. He points at Suprema and she's like, excuse me? He's like, you did it for me last night.
He wants
He
a
just kinda
knuckle
like-
sandwich.
Dare I? Oh, I dare. Oh, you heard the name Sugar Tits? Get me a sandwich.
She's kind of like, there's not enough shit in here for make you a sandwich. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
You can teleport it in.
He's good with holes. Viper's like, you two have at it. So you bring the
Lots of
generator in.
innuendos. So many innuendos.
Third Reich,
You are all talking about sex.
No.
Third Reich is standing over there. Would you bring it here so I can plug it in?
Yes.
Thank you.
They keep talking about sex.
I know it's something's very unfortunate that we have to
Hurry
listen
up,
to all the
Fido.
time.
Oh, I'm sorry, actor.
So you set it down.
You can call me next.
Call you late for dinner. But I'll call you.
Okay. I will store that name in my database.
Late for dinner.
Hey, dinner. It's coming late.
Third Reich basically takes the power coupling and kind of like shoves it in, and it clicks, and all of a sudden everything starts to kind of power up a little bit. You do see one of the monitors is like 0%,
Oh, not this again.
1%.
Uh-oh.
It's like, okay. But as soon as he plugs it in, those two CPU things that he activated or plugged it into, they immediately start lighting up. And you can actually feel a little bit of heat coming off.
Awesome. So you got the Apollo guidance computers over here. Excellent. Okay.
So the monitors are still taking time to charge up, but these are ready. And you all get a message over your comm links. And it's kind of staticky because you're so far below ground. You can hear Dr. Destruction is like, well, I see you did that. Great. It's plugged in. I'm going to ping these off of those devices I'm looking for. If you can somehow keep that area secure, I'd like to use those computers at some point, but I don't want any old body coming in here looking at them or messing with them. Any way you can seal this up so we can access it later?
I'll get the tin dog to take a metal shit in front of the door.
Oh, Valerie.
Justifier. You hear him say.
Valerie, we're
He
doing
doesn't have one of the implants, so does
No.
Oh, shit.
So,
That,
But if
that,
you-
that he didn't hear a thing I said.
no, he
Awesome.
didn't. So,
Okay, that fucking asshole.
Valerie Ramirez that we had broken out of the containment facility is down here nearby with her
Irregulars?
her irregulars, she calls them the underground irregulars, and we may be able to get her in on security for this.
Dude, who are you talking to?
So
the
I got
boss.
that done. So I'm going to go over to that door and I'm basically going to slam it back up.
Do you see
in the way?
Is he in the room now?
oh, the vault door.
Yeah.
Okay.
He just made place to stay.
We have implants, so we can get in.
Start moving, like, I can't
So your
stretch
boss
this,
is
so I
talking
can't
to you through an implant.
Everybody's still inside out.
It's like, nobody's paying attention.
It's like, okay.
It's all right. Go sit down.
You see him just put the door back up.
Start moving some stuff over to seal it. So.
Wait, we should be on the other side. You know what? We got that covered. It's fine. Go ahead. Knock yourself out.
Is your transport hole still open?
Ow.
Or is it just only open?
That would not be logical.
I was wondering if it,
I forgot he's kind of like a kid.
Yeah.
He's very naive.
Yeah. Yeah.
He's kind of
You never know.
Yeah.
They just come wandering through these people.
I understand that. And I respect that.
All kinds of
it doesn't mean do it literally.
Ah, yes, figure of speech. Hyperbole. Oh, yeah.
Expressions.
Expressions.
Yes.
Never do that again.
That's a big mouth.
Well, y'all can rock me to sleep tonight. God damn.
I think you can turn off the Joker motif.
Oh, all right.
Hey, Dana, turn off your emotion chip.
Star Trek.
This goddamn plot hole in the entire Star Trek universe. We spent 2.5 episodes establishing that the emotion chip has been fused into his neural network and he cannot shut it off. The very next movie, Dana, I think now would be a good time to shut up shit. Okay, let's go. Fuck, what the hell?
So I think they removed it.
No. Somehow, mythologically, between one movie and another, he got control over it again. Didn't even bother to establish.
He got experience points and spent them.
I was gonna throw something.
It's possible.
He went to night court and he talked to the
Talk to
janitor.
Bull.
Yeah.
To the Bull.
And they
Well,
got,
the janitor was just related to him.
That's
What's his name?
Yeah,
they got the Undertaker.
the guys who always in the family.
Well, Your Honor,
We get everything plugged in. Dr. Destruction's like, well, thank you. I want to keep that place safeguarded. If she'd be willing to do it, that's
We'll speak with her on the way out.
all right.
Well, actually, she's here.
Yeah, she's outside.
Oh, sure. Oh, is he done sealing the door?
Huh?
Is he done sealing the door?
Well, you started to seal the door, and then I think you stopped him, told him we should be on the other side.
Ask him about it. It's like, what?
Well, no, I told him we got it covered.
Okay.
I'll just open a portal through the door and we'll just step through it and close it.
Actually, you hear Dr. Destruction on all your comm links. It's like, are there others with you now?
Yes.
Valerie Ramirez.
I'm not here.
And,
My wife calls, I'm not here.
And,
Oh,
and
fucking
the actor. Yeah, mine's here next. Hello, boss. No, you don't have a.
Yeah.
Oh, I did because I was on one of the modules. Was I? Because I got forced.
Yeah, but this is different.
Oh, so that never happened.
That never happened.
Ah, okay.
Red Con.
He's like, yeah, pretty much. This is a soft reboot.
Okay. That's true.
So he's like, well, I will make sure to have a couple extra communicators sent to your Omega Cell location. Please ensure that they use them, especially Justifier. I know him, so
For that, God.
there is. He's like, there is a need for that. I can hear him through your comm
That was a long time ago.
links.
Need a break here.
You got it in my time.
he says he can't hear you.
Good.
If I can control Viper, I can control him. If Viper does that, I'm a bitch. No respect for me today.
I guess we're all getting handed our ass here, metaphorically.
So, boss, do we need to do anything else here?
Nope. Once you get that secured, head back to your Omega Cell facility. I'll give you any further instructions.
All right, awesome. I open the portal, we step through it.
So basically, you guys can get outside if you want to pull the vault door closed or something, so where it's pretty tough to open, anything like that, that's fine. Valerie Ramirez will volunteer to keep this safe. She's the only one who really knows its locations other than you now. So she's like, well, as long as you don't tell anybody, nobody should know. So,
Hey, everybody!
Dr. Destruction.
Everybody.
You
We got
still-
Dotson here. Dotson! We got Dotson! See, nobody cares.
I turned into a dog.
Dotson, not Dachshund.
Dotson from Jurassic Park.
I know.
Suprema's like, I don't know, show me your wiener.
Okay.
Oh, the wiener dog. I meant the
Oh,
wiener dog.
wow. I did name him. Stanley. You know, like the power drill.
Yeah. Oh.
There you go. There you go. So yeah, you guys get the power relays turned on. You seal this up. Leave Valerie Ramirez. You can take the vehicles with you back out where you came.
Joyride.
If you want to keep those vehicles, you can take them back to your hideout, your lair, and you've got 2 new vehicles.
Any chance you guys would have had the opportunity to steal an ambulance? It would have blended a lot better, especially in an emergency situation.
We could go back and steal the ambulance.
Never
Try to.
That
It was kind of deemed the ambulance was going to be more work than we could afford at that time.
It would broke. Fine, I guess I'll use my secret crime vehicle as an ice cream truck.
Oh, you must pick up lots of tuna.
Only if the radio. Only if the radio.
That was your
Lots of tuna?
I'm trolling for tuna. Your ice cream, bro.
Right.
Your ice
Yes. Yes.
Oh.
Tuna flavored ice cream.
cream. Yeah. The ice cream man. I have seen lots
One
of
more
movies.
reason for the kitty cats to follow him. Meow, meow, meow. It's not Jerry, but it's tuna flavored Jerry.
That's right.
Dude,
Meow, 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 meow.
stop.
Okay.
Stop.
So yes, you guys actually managed to defeat the robot quite
Yay.
easily. Good job. Nice hit.
What do you mean you call that easy?
Well, it wouldn't have been if you hadn't rolled so well. It would have been a little tougher, I think.
Hey. I
And
scratched the
the
Yes.
that distracted him
robot
long enough.
remote kind of came in handy, I guess.
Yeah.
It's like 2 more hits, you might get him. And it's like beep beep boom. Oh, okay. Never mind.
My socket was extending. We turned it off anyway, so it's like
I was about to climb in that cat power loader and just start wailing on him. Like, yeah. Do we have one of those?
what's her name comes up to her. Get away from her, you bitch!
She's like, what? Ripley, baby.
Actually, you could have got inside of me, and I can turn it into the power loader. So.
See, now you think of that kind of shit.
For that scene,
We could have met the robot on his own turn.
Right.
wow, visually, as everyone else is trying to go, oh, we're going to do the wham band on it. And I'm just going, I've been here before. And while you guys getting your blows in, I'm going,
I've got a 2.
click.
But I scratched the paint.
That's right.
I'm just surprised you didn't do the portal underneath it
Yeah.
and just
Drop
Honestly, I didn't think that was going to work. I
into
had
the
no idea
heart
how
of
powerful
the
that
earth or
was.
something.
or just a mile above the surface.
Ooh! Oh, that would have been a lot of fun. Stand back. Yep, coming in. Coming in. Oh, it's starting to glow. Oh, we got the re-entry heat. Oh. Yeah.
A mile directly above alien headquarters.
Oh.
Yeah.
Of course, then with my
More
luck,
than one.
with my luck, after the dust clears and the smoke settles.
Start with one.
Oh, really?
Only 784 more to go.
It's true.
So everybody is going to get 2 experience points for that.
Awesome.
That's generally what we get for
Where do
a
I put
module or a story.
XP.
Oh, there it is.
All right. Well, that takes me to 5. I get to do
Yes. So
an advance
Yeah.
of some level.
let's see, where is that?
You know, I'm gonna have to watch it Judge Dredd just for that big honking robot.
Which Judge Dredd video thing was this?
That was the Sylvester Stallone one.
Oh, okay.
The ABC Warrior.
Yeah, what's his nuts? Who was Judge? The other judge.
Rico. Armand Desante.
Armand Desante. That's it.
That one looks like Judge Dredd comic book wise, but the Carl Urban Dredd is so
He
much more
kept the
than
helmet on,
Yeah.
which you should. Oh, yeah, and that is all. That is all Stallone. He could not play that role with his face half covered up. Because Stallone's got to have his face. Yeah, I said it. Come at me. Come on.
that was a sly comment.
What? Oh, that's enough.
I deserve it. Okay.
Did you know that credential-wise, Dolph Lundgren actually has more scientific credits to his name than Bill Nye?
Yeah.
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 Bill and I, the science guy?
Yeah.
No, Bill Nye, my plumber. Yeah, Bill Nye, science guy.
No, I just wanted to make sure you weren't thinking naive. I just wanted to get it clear in my head.
No, Bill Nye, my plumber. Yeah, Bill Nye, the science guy.
Oh, that's almost like the conversation on the radio last night in the yard. The J.J. McGovern.
Okay.
You know him?
That sounds familiar.
He was on power coming to the pit,
Okay.
and he called the pit.
Yeah.
And then the pit's like, yeah, who was calling? He's like, yeah, we were calling. Well, what do you want? He gets on the radio and goes, I just called to have a chit chat. Obviously, we're bringing power to the pit and wanted to come in.
Oh, okay. So, what are you wearing?
Khakis.
All right. So, whose character sheets do I have?
Here, let me take
He
care
does
of
not. Dennis, you have 5 points. You want to get an
Yes,
advance?
somebody climbed up my ass tonight. No,
How does work?
Oh, that's what he
Basically,
was looking up.
yeah.
Wait, hold on. Did that get checked? Oh, hey.
Weird.
That's one of the jokers.
That is not,
Okay.
that is not a joke.
For every 5 points accumulated,
Should work your ass.
you get an advance. An advance lets a character do one of the following: gain a new edge, increase a skill that is equal to or greater than its linked attribute by 1 die type, increase 2 skills that are lower than the linked attribute by 1 die type,
Okay.
buy a new skill at D4, or increase 1 attribute by a die type.
Wow.
So, for you can do those.
Cindy's gonna
I'll
start.
have to think of that.
Nice.
Okay.
So I'll just make a note that I'm eligible.
Okay.
Matt Paul, what?
Look at
An advancement, I guess you could say.
Okay, character sheet go. Did you steal my character sheet?
that. Handed it over.
What the hell? Okay.
Did you want it back?
No.
Okay.
Then I'd have to take notes or something.
Yeah.
Can't have that.
And just so you guys remember, rank table 0 to 19 points, you are a novice.
Yes.
So you guys are still just beginning characters.
Right.
Dude,
It'll take a while to get to.
who you call novice?
So you get power.
You can get a new edge,
New edge. Okay.
increase a skill that is greater than its linked attribute by 1 die type, or increase 2 skills that are lower than their linked attributes by die type each, buy a new skill at D4, or increase 1 attribute by a type. And one of the new edges you can get is, I believe, let me check, new power. Let's see.
My team represents the remaining business.
Yep.
Superheroes buy new powers by getting power points edge. Note this edge can be taken only once per rank.
Box.
So, like, if you were to take new power or power points, you'd have to wait until you got 20 points of experience to do it again, because it's once per rank.
Okay.
Who you calling rank? I shower.
Me, I'm pretty green.
Well, I don't want to say none.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it says new power points may be saved up as well, so the hero can buy an expensive power by saving up.
We love you.
What?
It's still light outside.
Yes, it is. Today is Wednesday.
Are we still streaming? Yes, hey, everybody.
Oh, hi. I thought we were done.
Hey.
Well, that was necessary evil.
So,
Kind of
yeah,
finishing up a story, so
I was thinking about having my testicles laminated. Oh, shit. We're still streaming?
Yeah, and we still are.
Okay.
Thanks for joining us during Linktree.
Thank you, everybody.
not sure we should have more regular players next week, but I have no idea what we're doing yet, so I don't know.
I'll run a game. I'll throw something together.
Yeah.
No.
No, I will not.
Thanks, everybody.
Bye, guys.
Bye, everybody. Tip your wait staff.